Hi, guys. I have green screen over here that is supposed to be scooched in a little bit, but it's not. Hi, QB.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I set it up so I could let myself back in.
Nice. Good deal.
Because
Good deal.
apparently I'm gonna have issues today. Hey Sherry, hey Toxic, hey Stan
Hey,
and
everybody.
Margaret. I'm gonna um I'm gonna drop Toxic's thing real quick if you don't mind. Can I do that?
Absolutely. Hey, Chaloon.
Chaloon, hey.
I was trying to say Sherry and Chaloon, so it came out Chaloon.
So y'all, if y'all haven't seen Toxic in here before, Toxic is our new friend, and she has the OG True Crime Discord. I'm gonna drop her link if y'all will go and show them some love. Um,
Yes, please.
just make sure, and so also if your notifications on your YouTube are being rude, if you join over on the Gavel Drops, Jenny is linked up there. So when she's going to go live, it shows and it'll come up and it'll tell you then too. So
That's the coolest thing ever.
I
That's the
know it was
coolest
so
thing
cool to
ever.
see it.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, I just had scheduled this stream and I instantly when I scheduled it, it instantly went across my phone." I was like, "Oh, whoa, that's
She said,
cool."
"That me, that me."
Yeah,
so
that's me.
y'all definitely go over. Just make sure you do the verification process. If you get stuck in verify,
Oh,
you can
Lord.
put a like somebody I know. Not there's two people on this live. I did not get stuck. Anyways,
I did. Big time.
um,
Hmm.
if you get stuck, just send them a message and verify, and they'll help you out.
Phew. Man, that was
Jenny was,
I was
Jenny was that was a weird thing. That it all goes back to Amadou.
if it hadn't have
Amadou's
been for
fault.
that Abigail needing to have a girls' night, game night for her birthday on Discord many moons ago, I would have everything would have been fine, but I love my Abigail, so
Yeah, Vixen got
worth
her all
it.
sorted out. I don't know. You ain't wrong. Vixen's the power. You said you were bringing in the
Big guns.
the big guns, and she definitely, or they got. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
They got it done. Let's just say that. So
they did. I'm gonna run
anyway,
over to, the Discord real quick, though, and
I
grab.
got the docs pulled up.
Okay.
I got you covered. You know I'm the reader, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's
You are the
Ashley
reader.
Bennett. Why is Ashley Benefield up on my? Stop it. Opening
Mm-mm.
statements. There we go.
Yeah, I'm
Download.
excited. So let me explain real quick what's going on with the whole trial again with I know most of you probably already know, but all right. So, for those of you that have been following the Delphi trial, the Delphi case, you know that Judge Gull is not allowing cameras in or audio. The trial cannot be videoed or recorded audio. None of it. I'm hoping that we'll eventually be able to get actual transcripts, but what we do have are condensed version of notes
So, and I
because
think how this, just to give a shout out to the people that brought all this to us, Sleuthie Goosie put it on her Twitter, but I think they're the notes from Andrea Burkhart.
I think I don't know about the opening statements, but I know the others are because she's got her named at the on the
Yeah.
PDF file. And
Yep.
I've got both of them listed and linked in the description box so you can go and subscribe and follow them.
Hey,
But
Chris.
hey, Chris, member for 1 month. Look at you
Yay.
coming in all green and cute. Woot woot. I love when she
Woo,
says
woo.
woot. So glad to catch your stream. Miss you. I miss you too, ma'am.
Miss
You're doing
you.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Chaloon, if you have any questions or anything, just I don't know. I think Chaloon, I think we're friends on the Facebook or maybe the Instagram. I don't know. I see your cool dreads sometimes, so I know we're somewhere. Have you seen Chaloon's dreads?
No?
They're fantastic.
Chaloon has
Oh,
dreads?
Chaloon has dreads, yes. They're fantastic.
I wanna see.
Yeah, well, look up Chaloon on the IG. I think it's Instagram. Chaloon, is it Instagram you post on?
Um,
Margaret says Chaloon equals cool. She
I'm gonna
does.
give Only Being Chris a little bit of sparkle here real quick. Thank
Give
you
us
for
some
the thank you for using
sparkle.
your 1-month membership milestone chat. I love that.
The
My
sparkle.
favorites.
So, Chris, I saw a mug the other day, made me think of you. It says, I'm Chris doing Chris things.
I'm Chris doing Chris things.
I'm like, I need a QB doing QB things. Hey, Gail. Hey, Patricia. I don't
Oh,
know if
you
I
like the
said
green
hi to
screen?
everybody.
Thanks.
Put something green in front of it and do the spooky thing where it
Well, here's a
goes.
coaster that one of my girlfriends made me, a resin coaster. Look.
Watch. You'll see crime scene tape across. Look! Oh, that's so weird. It's so
I
weird.
got a cough. Hold on.
That's so weird. Are you coughing? Oh my gosh, she's coughing. Hey, chaotic.
Yeah, I had to cough.
Y'all be sick. Y'all be sick.
Hey, chaotic. It's a good thing you're here to read. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. That's why, I got you. Chaloon, is it Instagram that you post on? Let me look on my phone.
I see Chaloon on Instagram, but I've never noticed dreads. I saw her beautiful Afghan.
You miss it. Oh my God, that cat's huge. Sorry. Squirrel. Chaloon.
Okay. Hopefully I
Okay.
can not choke and cough and choke and cough and choke and cough. Do you have the thing pulled up?
I do. I
Can you
have
share it?
which
Can you share it on your screen?
I can. I can do things
Nice.
like that. But first, I have something for Margaret.
No
Can I
coffee.
give something to Margaret?
Yes.
Okay. Just,
Oh.
I mean, just cause.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I love you, Margaret. Okay,
She
share my
eyeballed you.
screen. Share my screen. Present. Y'all remember, Jenny is the pro. I am but the side opening. I think I got it. I think I got it.
Good job, Chaloon.
Boom. Did I get it? Did I do it?
I see it, but you have to click to add it to the thing.
What?
It's like backstage. You have to click to add it to stream.
Oh, they changed that. Usually it would just go, yay! I'm not doxing myself, am I? I
I
don't think
hope
that was
not.
doxing
I hope
myself.
not. I hope
No, we
not.
always try to dox me. Did you scream loud?
Loud.
Toxic. You crochet? Is it a knit? Y'all,
Oh,
the
there's
people are
Mickey Jo.
coming in. Hey, Mickey George, people.
She says she's working on a Celtic cable blanket.
That's probably knit. Maybe. I mean, you
I
can
would
do cables
think
with crochet, but they're
knit.
hard. It won't verify your phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Gail, I had the same problem, ma'am.
Hey, Mickey Jor. All my people just came in, so I get loud here for a minute.
So let me just say really quick, Gail, it wouldn't verify my phone number either to join their Discord. But what happened, what I found out happened was, um, my phone number was attached to another Discord account that I didn't remember having. Because I
So
had started a Discord a couple years ago when Abigail decided to have a girls' night, game night for her birthday on a live stream one night. And so I started a Discord just to do that, and then I never used it again. Well, I used my phone number to start that account and verify with my phone number. Now, when I went to join with my Crime Cafe Discord, it wouldn't let me. It kept saying that there was already another number attached to another Discord. This number was attached to another Discord. So I took the long way around and ended up, because I tried to delete the other account, but it takes it forever.
and I don't
So
see Sherry in the need to verify session. Okay, I have to look at it. Uh,
it was Gail.
that's what I meant. I don't know why do I do that.
But what I ended up doing was using my husband's phone number. Shh.
Hopefully, he'll never want to Discord, which
Yeah.
I don't see him Discording.
No, I don't either. But I mean, I can switch it later. I just needed to get in there because I was
Yeah.
nosy.
Well, and because it's got a lot of great information,
Right.
but like tons, tons.
Yeah,
Let me post the link again for Chaloon. Uh, are you able to, because I can't do it. You want to pin it to the top?
Yeah. Let me
I know
see.
you have to go back into, do you want the whole message or just the link?
Wait, what are you sending?
I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
post it. I'm gonna post it in the chat, and then you can pin it, right?
Hold on just a second. I can do one thing at a time. I'm looking at this Instagram thing you sent me.
Oh, it's Chaloon's hair.
Oh my god.
Do you see it?
It's saying it's private. Hang
Oh,
on
you
a
gotta
minute.
be friends. Why
I
aren't you
thought I
friends with
was.
Chaloon? Rude.
I thought I was. Let me go see. Hold on.
Also, y'all, while you're waiting for Jenny to get her life together, it's normally me. Y'all make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and all the things, all the YouTubey things. Greatly appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna drop this in here. If I have to drop it again, I will. But that's the Discord. Um, y'all don't freak out when you get in there. There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons
Oh,
of information.
I'm following a different account.
Oh, well. Anyways, there's tons and tons and tons um, of really good information in there. Just scoot around, look at things. There's a meme wars thing. I think we need to do something like that.
That's fun.
I got second place yesterday, and I am quite impressed. I got third place the day before. We're not going to talk about it. But I got second place yesterday. But it's fun.
Oh, she says I'm in several Discords. I'm trying to get on with my usual account. I don't know what to tell you. Other than maybe that little
Did you do
direct
that?
message that you get from them to click on the double verify thing or whatever. Double.
Yay, Patricia! Thank you. Look around. It's don't freak out. Go under. I don't remember what it is. Stand by. Under cell block fun, and then daily scene meme wars. But don't win because I'm going
Don't
for
win.
first.
Don't win, she says. Don't win.
Don't win.
All right. We're going to get through the opening statements and then we're also going to read the testimony of Kelsey.
Yes.
And then grandma and dad.
Yes. So
Libby. So
you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay.
But what I
Can you
wanted
see
to
it
say
okay?
real quick, though, is that these notes are taken from, um so because there's no cameras or video or audio allowed in the courtroom, um, we have to go they only allow so many spots of media, journalists, people that have media
Family.
passes, that kinda thing, to take notes. And so these people that have taken notes, it's kinda like the media pool camera. They have one person from a lottery that does the media pool camera, and then they share that to all the other media outlets, right?
Right, right,
It's
right.
kind of the same thing with this. Um, they take their notes and they kind of can join them all
And
together,
I
and
don't
you've
think
got
Andrea has a media pass. Andrea, like, waited in line to get in, I think.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because she's not considered well in Indiana. So the rules in Indiana apparently are different for YouTubers. They can't get a media pass like in other states.
Mm. Okay.
So also word on the crime streets is that Allie from Defense Diaries got in a whole kerfluffle with Judge Gull yesterday.
Why?
Because she wanted to see the exhibits. And Judge Gold told her it was media only. And she's like, that is incorrect. It's public.
Mhm.
Once you publish it, it's published to the public.
Right.
And she basically told her no. And I think might possibly, I don't want to start no rumors, might possibly have made her leave. Allie be doing the most. so, so
Wow. Well, that's weird because Andrea Burkhart just said that she went up and seen the exhibits, and Judge Gold didn't do anything to
I
her.
know. So I'm not sure. Toxic just said, y'all make sure you verify your account or you can't have access to everything. Definitely got to verify your account. And it's like a two-step. You go to a website and they give you they text you a thing and I don't know all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the word on the street. So I got to watch her recap from yesterday because I need to know. But Bob posted about it on the Twitter last night and
Oh my
said that, um, uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's not wrong. She's absolutely
Right,
not wrong. But I'm
right.
pretty sure she said Judge Cole made her leave, but I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
We'll have to figure
Um,
that out.
but
That'll be
it's just crazy to me. Like Indiana law says that the audio is public. It's supposed to be released to the public.
Mhm.
I don't know who made her the keeper of all the things, but
She's definitely the gatekeeper.
I'm over it. I'm
I
over it.
think what'll happen is it'll be released after the trial's over.
Of course it will.
I
Of
mean,
course
but
it
what
will. But
what
after that,
point
I
is
mean,
that?
what does that mean? You know?
Mhm.
But if y'all want a really if you want a really good and concise of someone who and I'm not saying Defense Diaries, I love Defense Diaries and they always have good content. But if you want like a timeline, like what had happened was, y'all go check out Andrea Burkhart
Yeah.
because she definitely has it. She is the quintessential note taker
Mhm.
for sure.
Or you can come here and
Well, yeah, I
we'll
wasn't
give it
trying to
to you
send
too.
people, ma'am. I wasn't trying to send people out. I'm
I
just
know
saying
that. I
we're
know
not
that.
there.
I know that. I'm just
We're not
saying.
there. But
Sh
y'all come here first. Y'all
she's
come
she's
here
really
first.
good. And,
Y'all come here first. I'm sorry. Just disregard everything that I just said.
no, 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 that's not I was just
I'm
playing.
not pushing other channels. I mean, I guess I did. Anyways,
I told you to go watch Andrea Burkhart because
you
Morgana sent her to
did.
me,
I've
and
been
she's
watching
really
her.
good. She's
I've
really
been
good.
I've been watching her. Wait, trying to wait. What? You be trying to, take people's business elsewhere. Yeah, I'm not. Don't start stuff, Spins. Look, sit down. We just had church. Sit down.
No, she's
Um,
not. She's
uh,
not.
I'm not. You all know. Oh, hey, Chris Owens, how are you?
Hi, and welcome.
Um, so, you want to do the opening statement? How can you join where? Call in or whatever. Yeah, we're just doing two on the panel today because we're reading up,
Yeah,
reading up.
yeah. We're reading. We're not doing call-ins today.
Yeah,
Or, we don't usually do
we don't
call-ins
usually
anyway,
do
so
call-ins. I'm just I'm just me. I'm a hot mess. Um, anyways,
alright, let's get on to, the opening statements. If you
yep,
wanna start that,
yes, ma'am. So I'm just
that would
gonna
be
read
cool.
over. I mean, if there's something to discuss, we will. So his opening statement. These are the key points that he did. I thought it was funny. Um, of course, because I don't like Nick McClellan. I mean, but anyways, allegedly. Uh, but he wanted to play a video, but it didn't work, and he messed with it for 5 minutes and couldn't get it going, so he scrapped that idea. Um, so they had okay, so when they did voir dire with the jurors, they did like a mini opening, and which was weird, but they did, and both sides got to do it.
Mhm,
So his opening statement was basically a recap of his mini opening. So he told the jury a couple days ago that the case is about a bullet, bridge guy, and a brutal murder of two girls. Now the jury gets to hear the rest of the story. February 13th was an unseasonably warm day and the girls were off school. The girls asked Kelsey to go to the bridge. Kelsey is Libby's sister.
mhm,
Um, the girls asked Kelsey to go to the bridge, but she had to work. Kelsey drove the girls to the trail. Libby was in the front seat and Abby was in the back seat. I don't know why that matters. Libby took a selfie in the car on the way to the trails. The photo was shown to the jury. Okay, I guess that's why it matters. Kelsey dropped them off at the Mears parking lot. Abby didn't have a phone, but Libby had a phone. Libby's phone was set up so that Abby's fingerprint could unlock Libby's phone.
mm.
Libby took a photo of Abby on the bridge and posted it on Snapchat. Libby crossed the bridge first, looked back, and saw a man following Abby, so Libby decided to record. Now, see, mm, I mean, I know she started to record, but I feel like he's making that up. Anyways, um, the
Making what
man
up?
making up that Libby crossed the bridge for, well, I guess he would know that, and then looked back and saw a man following Abby, so decided to record. I guess that depends on what, me too, toxic. I want to know who's the hair. Why do we not know whose hair is in the, I'm sorry, I'm sidetracked again. Why do we not know whose hair that is? Because it's it's been a long time.
Yeah, it
Like,
has been.
if it's the sisters, if it's Kelsey's hair, okay, then why haven't they tested that? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. I think it is, but,
Mm.
I mean, I really do believe it is,
The
but
way they're describing it intertwined in her fingers, it sounds like she yanked it out of someone's head to
I
me.
just think that it could have possibly been whenever they were when she was undressed, by pulling the shirt over her head, it just kinda maybe she had blood on her hands and it got wrapped and stuck, you know?
I
I don't know.
guess.
Chris says, "Do you guys think there is more evidence against Richard Allen besides just the bullet and confessions that might come out later? I mean, it is still pretty early." For me, I would hope. Yeah, I saw it, Chris. I just hadn't got to it yet. I hope that they do really have something
They
more,
gotta have something more
or else
because that
it's a
bullet ain't it.
no-go. I don't see how they can convict him on what they've
No.
shown so far. And now there's a lot of things coming out about the time that his car was last seen and that kinda stuff. I just don't well, I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
that the timeline is adding up so far.
Yeah,
But
it's not. I mean, if it's just the bullet, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. And I mean, I've said all along, I've been following this since the girls went missing.
mhm.
And I didn't feel that they had the right guy when they arrested Richard Allen. But again, it's been under like such a cloak of secrecy that, you know, don't know. I mean, we need more information. And look at the stuff that we've already found out. I mean, the hair and, the timeline with the car and, the last time it
Mm,
was seen there and what they think when they think the girls were killed, and it doesn't match. It doesn't work.
right, right.
And so, I don't know.
Mm, she dropped. I think she'll bring herself back up. Um, do you need me to help you, QB?
Help me.
Okay, here I am.
Hi, sorry.
Yeah.
I was on a different screen. I couldn't get back to it.
Oh, you're good.
Um, so, I don't know where I dropped off, but, um, anyways, yeah, I feel like they have to have more, and I also feel like if they had more, I mean, Nick McClellan is the type of guy that's like, oh, well, we got, DNA, we got his DNA.
Mhm.
Everything that they've said that they have on him so far is circumstantial, and that bullet is a whole lie.
Well, I mean, and now they're saying that the bullet, they can't count it out that it was the neighbor, the man who lived there, the Brad what
Ron.
no, not Ron Logan, the Brad Weber guy.
Oh, yeah, and they also can't rule out that it was one of the officers.
Yeah.
So, because and that's what, I think it was Rossi, asked the jury, or asked no, one of the it may come out later when we get more transcripts. I think he asked one of the officers, like, did everybody have their guns on when they went down there? And I
Mhm.
think he was setting the doubt,
Mhm.
for could it be because they carry the same type of weapon.
Yeah.
Um, and supposedly the defense has someone to, I mean, that's, you know, mm,
It's a big claim that they're making about this bullet, and if that's what their
and
big
it's
main piece of
unspent.
evidence is on.
You don't get the markings. You don't get the markings on the bullets when they're unspent like you do when they go through the chamber.
Mhm.
So they have a bullet expert, a ballistics expert, supposedly that's going to blow that out of the water. Be like, you know, what is Chris saying? You guys think maybe they do have a better view of the photo and video? I mean, they do, and they've only shown the blurry views. Maybe they want to show the better views during trial. I mean, yeah. I mean, they've had all of that undercover. The girls did get out, and thank God they didn't. Nobody posted them.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be, a matter of time.
Well,
Find
they
my
said that
thing.
the video was, like, however many we
Yeah, we
got
only
just
saw.
a
Yeah,
snippet of what they actually have, so I don't know if they've
exactly.
got more of his voice, more of his like, visually see him,
Because you can tell that
or
that
anybody
audio,
else.
that audio that they put out is pieced together.
Mhm, yeah.
And somebody said that the down the hill came before the guys.
Yeah, they said that the guy's part was actually after the down the hill, but
Yep.
it sounds like he's saying guys down the hill,
Yeah,
so
but that the way they pieced it together. Anyways, okay. Um, the man told them down the hill. The girls compiled, and the video cut
probably
off.
complied.
Complied. Yeah, complied. The search for the girls was suspected at. Wait, the search for the girls was suspended at approximately 2 a.m. and resumed at 6 a.m. No, Libby was found nude, covered in blood, throat cut in several places, blood on the ground. Trigger warning. Uh, blood on the ground and on a nearby tree. Abby was wearing Abby was wearing her own underwear and shoes, but no socks, and Libby's shirts and jeans. The
Mm,
rest of the girls' clothes were found in Deer Creek. Oh, I saw something today. Okay, sorry. Were found in Deer Creek, but for one shoe and Libby's phone, which was found under Abby. Remind me the Deer Creek thing. I saw a whole timeline. Uh, they were showing like the flooding and stuff, and like it was like the highest the creek had ever been, and they were saying that the volunteers couldn't get across the creek on the 14th. to go search the other side, and so they're like, how could Richard Allen get across the creek?
Hmm.
Because the only access would have been to cross the creek,
Right.
unless you came from Ron Logan's side. Just saying. Um, there was an unspent 40 caliber Winchester bullet between the two girls. Of note that they did not find until 2 days later, after the crime scene had been opened.
Hey, Miss King.
Hey, Miss King. Yeah, I'm sure, Chris. I'm sure they're waiting to show a lot of things. It's kind of one of those, but they also have to share the evidence, any exculpatory evidence. So I
Mhm.
feel like if the defense saw what they had, they'd be like, "Bro, you need to take a a deal, man."
Right.
Um, so yeah, so the bullet, the word again, I don't know if it's been verified or not, is that that bullet was found a day or so later and after the crime scene had been unsealed.
Hmm.
So yeah, Abby was wearing Kelsey's sweater, which is why they're saying it could be Kelsey's hair. But if it was Kelsey's hair, why don't they have the DNA? Why haven't they tested her DNA? I don't understand. Anyways, Libby's phone was taken for processing, and they recovered the photos and the video of the bridge guy. Witnesses began to come forward. Um, took uh, three girls on the trail who took a photo on a bench located east of the Freedom Bridge. The three girls ran into an unfriendly man who was walking with purpose. The state says this man is Bridge Guy. Betsy Blair. Okay, Betsy Blair is interesting. I can't wait to see her testimony.
Yeah.
Betsy Blair saw a man on a platform of the bridge who is also Bridge Guy. Sarah Carball. Sarah Carball saw a man walking on the side of the road looking like he had just slaughtered a pig. This is also Bridge Guy. Now, I can't remember if it was Betsy Blair or if it was Sarah. I think it was Sarah that said it was a tan jacket.
Yeah, they were completely opposite of each other. I remember that.
Hey, Donnie. Donnie.
Hey, Donnie. Chris, as far as what she was wearing, I think Toxic was saying the jacket that she had on of Kelsey's was when she got out of the car to go onto the trail. Now, what she had on when the bodies were found
Was Libby's sweatshirt and
was,
her jeans, I think.
yeah. So she had on Libby's clothes. I don't know about the jacket, where
Which
that
is so
happened.
weird to me because there was not an essay component to any of this.
Yeah.
Um, and
Well,
then,
according to the state, their story is that there was supposed to be, but he got interrupted and killed him.
okay, but if he got
But
interrupted, why did he redress them?
yeah, I know, right?
That doesn't make and none of that makes any sense to me. Nothing, none of it. Years passed and they reviewed an old report of a DNR officer who interviewed Rick in 2017. Of note, Richard Allen, called and said uh, that he had been on the bridge. Like, if you're a bridge guy, are you calling them going, by the way, I was there? So, yeah, but why hasn't the DNA been checked already? It's been 7 years.
They haven't tested it
They
yet,
haven't
Miss King.
tested it yet, Donnie. Is that Donnie saying that? No,
Miss
Miss
King.
King. Um,
They're
I,
supposed to, according
I
to
just,
what I've heard from, I think it was Andrea Burkhart or one of them. They say that they're supposed to test it.
but my question is, why haven't they tested it? I don't understand.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why wouldn't that be? If you found a hair, I mean, it's not like they found this hair yesterday.
Right.
If they found a hair, why wouldn't the family be the first people to test? I don't
Think
get
that
it.
they would. You'd think
I
that they
don't
would be.
I
It's
don't
weird.
I don't
But
get
this
it.
isn't the first weird thing that's happened in this
It's not.
case. We know
To
that.
me to me, it denotes that this is and I mean, I don't even know that I believe that it's a female. How do we know what they're telling us? You
Well, I
know?
mean, they are saying that it is female DNA. I mean, they're gonna have to prove that with whatever
They got a
experts they
lot of stuff
have,
to prove.
but,
Um,
I mean, I would assume that it is female or they wouldn't have said that, but
Chris, it should be did you put, the link
oh, she dropped again. Chris, you can find these documents on Twitter if you go follow,
I
Sleuthie
think it's
Goosey,
Sleuthie. Yeah,
and
Sleuthie Goosie.
the link is in the description of this video.
Yep.
And it's not
Uh,
it's the notes, it's not
yeah,
actual, like,
it's not the actual
transcription.
transcript.
We don't have that. Nobody has that to my knowledge yet.
No, because she won't release it.
Mhm.
Um, all right. Rick said he arrived at the trails at 1:30 and left at 3:30. During this time there, he ran into three girls, which they think are the other girls that were at the other bridge. Um, Liggett thought if they found the three girls, that he would have to be bridge guy. They called Richard Allen to interview him again in 2022, and he said he was wearing a blue or a black Carhartt jacket and jeans. They searched his home after they lied on the PCA. Just saying. Um,
Mhm.
they searched his home and found a 40 caliber gun, the clothes, and some knives. They tested the bullet, and it came from Richard Allen's gun. Mm-hmm. They interviewed Richard Allen again and had no explanation how his bullet got on the scene. He was arrested. While incarcerated in prison, he told
Mhm.
investigators what they already knew. He killed Abby and Libby.
Thank you,
Uh,
Donnie. Thank you so much. S
oh, thank you,
super,
Donnie.
super sweet.
Oh,
Um,
pancakes.
pancakes, Sunday fun day. Love for pancakes. Love it.
Yay.
Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate the super chat. Let me give you some sparkle too, okay, ma'am?
Chris, sometimes we talk over each other. It's just part of who we are as
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Um, but if you want to check the description box, you'll see a link to Sleuthie's Twitter, and you can find all the documents there.
Toxic Orchid also says that you can follow them from or get them from As the Gavel Drops Discord if you want to do that
Yes.
as well. All right.
Um,
But thank you, Donnie. I appreciate the super chat, ma'am. That's awesome.
uh, all right. Let's see. While incarcerated, he told investigators what they already knew that he killed Abby and Libby. He gave details how and why, which were all wrong. These are not from an interrogation. These were volunteered and spontaneous. These contain details only the killer would know. The killer hid in plain sight for 5 years. He was going to have his way with them and was interrupted. He forced them across the stream and killed them.
Mm.
I want to show you that thing. I got to find it. I think might have been on Sleuthies. Um, then Andrew Baldwin's opening statement. I think it is. Is it Baldwin that she has the issue with?
Yeah.
Gold, like one of them. I think it's Baldwin. Woo! She has it out for them.
She has a problem with Baldwin.
Baldwin,
Is
yeah,
that
she's.
my computer or yours that's I think it hold on, let me see.
What are you talking about?
I keep getting the blah noise from Discord, I think. Sorry. I closed it out. Okay.
That's the thing, Donnie. I mean, and I, mm, it's a hot mess.
Toxic, the same reason that they tried to initially say that maybe this hair belonged to a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to cast doubt, reasonable doubt.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
It's terrible. I mean, even if okay, and I've said this all along. I know I repeat myself, but I've said this all along. Even if Richard Allen is guilty, okay, he has been treated like an animal, okay, and that is not what our justice system is. Is not what our justice system is, and I'm not okay with it. Now, do I think he's guilty from what I've seen so far? I don't, but I always tell y'all, we gotta wait for the trial. You gotta wait for the
Right.
trial to see what comes out because they don't let everything out. But that's why I have such a problem with gold because it's been shrouded in such secret
Oh, man. QB bounced out again. Here, hold on.
going on.
There we are.
Oh, for the love. Sorry, I don't know where I dropped off. I mean, I was on a roll too.
Uh,
Um, because it's been shrouded in such secrecy, um, you know, it makes it seem like there's something nefarious going on. And maybe there's not, but that's what it looks like. Chilean, I don't think he could have done it by himself. I don't think anybody does it by itself.
well, and they said that there were 2 different, which I don't know that we've read this in the openings yet, but there were 2 different knives used, one serrated and one
Yeah.
not. So,
Andy had a gun?
yeah. Well, I mean, there were no bullet wounds. The girls were not shot, and he said Richard Allen said in one of his confessions that he shot the girls,
Right.
but he
And that
did.
he and that he SA'd them.
Mhm,
But yes, Donnie, he has been in prison, not jail. They said it was for his safety, quote unquote.
mhm.
They put him in solitary confinement. After about 3 months of being in solitary confinement, he started eating his legal brief. He started doing other really gross stuff with
Mhm.
feces and everything else.
Yeah,
And
he was
Toxic,
flinging
no.
poo. He was flinging poo.
As soon as I gotta find that thing, they had, I don't know, did I send you that thing, Toxic, that they had that was showing the creek and how high it was and how on the 14th they couldn't cross it to look for the girls, but no, according to them, Richard Allen crossed it to get across, get the cross. The it was so high. I'm trying to see where I had it. There's just no way. There's just no way. I don't know. I just feel like if they're not hiding something, be transparent. Let us see.
Mhm.
Why can't we see? I know you hate the media, but what's funny, okay, now she hates the media. But before on another case, she was pushing that the media should be involved. So which is it?
Toxic says, "I don't even think he'd have been able to manage to. Libby was a Spitfire unless the
She
gun was
was.
pointed at Abby or herself." So,
That's what we've always said is that if he had a gun on Abby, Libby would follow.
yeah.
Um,
And so maybe that is the case and he didn't use it, but still, why would you use 2 different weapons to kill them?
and two different knives and a gun. And then you dropped a bullet? Come on, man. I ain't buying it.
Mm-mm.
Here it is.
Oh, Andrea Griffin, hi and welcome. She says grown men
Hey,
couldn't cross the creek.
right, exactly. So let me send you this thing.
Bill, he did admit to his wife, but his attorneys say that it was coerced.
And it
That
was under
all of his
duress.
under duress, and out of all of the confessions that he gave information that was not true. Like that,
It was all off. It was like, oh yeah, I shot those girls. Oh
but they
yeah,
weren't
I
shot.
SA'd those girls. Now they've been running around saying he confessed and he gave details that only the killer would know, and yet they have never said what what um what information did he give that only the killer would know.
Yeah, Libby was found naked. She didn't have any
Yeah,
clothes on, and Abby had Libby's clothes on.
yeah.
So,
And that's
Yeah,
the
and
thing
he
too, if
also
he
admitted to killing his family, Miss King.
yeah,
He had in one of his confessions, he said that he had killed his family. No, he didn't. It just makes
right.
no sense at all.
And 61 confessions,
Mhm.
61 confessions.
Hey, Shell
Um,
Bell. Good to see
I
you.
mean, that's under duress. It's I don't know. Um, so, and I mean, you got to remember too, in the beginning, I don't know if it's like that now, but in the beginning, um, they um, they had him covered by guards. They had him. They had him that he couldn't even meet with his attorney. They were videotaping his meetings with the attorneys. Um, he had no privacy. In the prison he was in, it's not set up for lawyer meetings. So they were like in the kitchen, I think.
They had him sitting in, like, the place where they would feed,
Oh,
where
the
they would
yeah,
allow, like, one inmate into a little room to, like, eat by himself in solitary, um, and they would have to, like, show him pictures and show talk to him through a big metal door with guards standing behind him the entire time. It makes no sense.
yeah. I don't, Chris. I don't know. I have several opinions or possible thoughts on that. Depending on who you think did it.
Mhm.
But
No, Steph, no audio, and hi, ma'am, good to see you.
hey, Steph, that's the thing, toxic. So they said it's female. They said it's female DNA, so they had to have tested it. They also know that it's not animal, so they had to have tested it. So why hasn't it been run against the family? It
Well,
doesn't make sense.
it definitely has been tested. They said it's not Richard Allen's, and it's not either of the girls, Abby or Libby's.
Right, and that it's female. So they've tested it, but what have they tested it against? That's what I don't understand.
My question is, though, when you test if they say that this hair does not belong to Abby or Libby, um, wouldn't they be able to tell by the DNA on the hair if it was like,
Familial.
related to
Yes.
Abby or Libby without
Yes.
testing anybody else in the family?
Yes.
So
Shalone,
then
I
why
agree.
haven't they mentioned that?
Hey, Gabby. Welcome in. Gabby, by the way, is the master of the meme wars.
Oh, hi, Gabby. Welcome. Nice to
Gabby
meet
wins.
you. I'm
Gabby
the one
wins
that was
all the
over there
time.
I'm the one that was over there causing chaos and wreaking havoc in the Discord trying to get myself verified yesterday, so
Um, that's the thing, Chris. I agree with you. Like, if they were targeted, how would they know they were going to be there unless then you go back to Keegan Klein and them talking to Keegan Klein. But I think Donnie asked me Wars. I think Donnie asked what my theory is. I mean, I think it was Libby that was dating Brad Holder's son.
No, it was Abigail that was.
Abigail, I'm sorry. I get them
Mhm.
mixed up sometimes. I apologize. Um, hey Susan, welcome in. Um,
Hey, Susan.
uh, so that was one thing, and then it was Abby's mom that was dating the person of color, right?
Abby's mom, yeah, and that's why
Yes,
he said that he allegedly, uh allegedly it was said that that's why it happened, was because they're like a white supremacist,
right.
Odin stuff, all that, but that I mean, it angers
Steffi,
me because we can't even really talk much about that because
we
they're
don't
not
know.
gonna let it into the trial unless
Nope.
something happens willy-nilly, but, um, like,
I
I know that they mentioned the sticks that were on top of the girls. Well, I'm
right.
surprised that nobody said, you know, anything about that, like, objected, because That's sorta getting into the, you know.
But yeah, so Chris, Abby's mom was dating a person of color, and that um, would be against if they are Odinists, hypothetically, alleganiously, um, then it would be it would be against their beliefs. And so but uh Steph said I was going for Odinist and police, conspiracy or whatever. I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger. And I think if it is an Odinist thing, I think it's possible. I feel like I feel like Brad Holder is involved somehow. I feel like that setting, the scene of the girls was like because there was a lot of Odinist.
She's gone again. Chris Owens, that was alleged. We don't know. I don't know, and QB doesn't know if that's true or not.
What?
That's just what about the her dating a person of color.
No, she said she did. Our mama
Oh,
said she did. Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that. But
Um.
the
So.
whole Odinistic thing is a theory, though. I lean hardcore that way, but what good is it even gonna do us to talk about it if they're not gonna bring it up into the trial at all?
Right. Right.
So
Oh, the Down the Hill documentary is really good, Gabby. It's really good. Um. Trying to think. Oh, Grizzy. I don't know. Did I copy you in that? Grizzy put up a post today that's got like all the stuff all in one kind of thing. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't
Um,
know. I haven't seen it.
but anyways, off track. Um,
Yeah, we got off track.
it's
Back to the
hard though.
opening
There's so
statement.
much.
Back to the opening statement.
Yes, sorry.
You're good.
So Andrew Baldwin's opening statement. Richard Allen is completely innocent. There will be reasonable doubt from an evidence and the lack of evidence. He asked the jury to wait. The defense wants the truth to come out in court for the jury and for the families. The truth is that the investigation was messed up from the beginning and up to as recently as the last few days. In the beginning, evidence was lost. Key witness interviews are gone forever, and they didn't even write down the names of the people interviewed. There's no way to recreate some of the early investigative steps that law enforcement took. Months later, they lost more interviews from a period of time of April 29th, 2017 through June 2nd, 2017. In the middle of the investigation, they got into a turf war with the FBI and kicked them out. The FBI assisted with the extrication of Libby's phone, and police kicked the FBI out before discussing the FBI's findings from that extraction. As of 2 days ago, law enforcement is scrambling because there was a hair in Abby's hand. It was wrapped around her fingers and had a root. DNA was extracted from it. The analyst testified that the hair might be from a relative of Libby. It is not Libby's hair. It is not Abby's hair. It is female, and they still need to complete testing. They will test mom, grandma, sister, somebody like that to be able to tell if the family of Libby's or someone else.
Mm.
In 7 years, they never turned in Becky or Kelsey's DNA to see if it matches. Becky is the grandma,
Mhm.
um, and Kelsey is the sister. They have the DNA but didn't turn it in. See, that's hinky.
It is hinky.
Um, we don't have the result back yet, but are hoping to soon. Truth can come out on the phone. That's part of the defense's theme. Baldwin had a phone he continued to show to the jury. Forensic data on phones doesn't lie or cheat. That's the thing. We have no geofencing. We have no well, I don't think they're saying it's her family that did it. I think they're saying it came off of a piece of clothing or something.
Yeah, they're saying it was just transferred, you know?
Um, when you find out what's on Libby's phone, the state case is going to fall apart. There were a couple of guys from Indiana State Police who were in charge of phone dumps and data, but they were ill equipped to understand it. It's important because this phone data is accurate and reliable and is going to be incredibly important.
Mm.
He asked the jury to hold the state to their theory of the case because he contends that they are going to have to change it as the evidence comes out. I love that. I think so too, Toxic. I think Keegan Kline knows more.
Well, he was definitely chatting it up with Libby on the
Yeah,
internet, so,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean
Um, oh, I do that all the time. Yeah, I say I'm. Uh, Spence thinks I make stuff up like fungolitis. That's a word. That's a word. Um, so let's see. The state's theory is that Abby and Libby were dead by 4 p.m. at the latest on 2/13/2017.
Oh, she bounced, and I didn't realize she bounced. There she is.
Bro, hi. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, all the new people. Hi. I have terrible Wi-Fi.
Hi, new people. I would love for you guys to take a
Welcome.
second and click that thumbs up button. If you're new around here, we would love for you to subscribe, click that notification bell. We are a fun bunch of people over here.
We
Thank you,
are.
thank you.
Um,
Yeah, Chris, I saw it, yeah.
um, they don't move. The phone doesn't move. They are killed and abandoned and left in place, and that the phone was under Abby's body the whole time from 3:30 to 4 p.m. until they were discovered around noon the following day. State says Richard Allen arrived and parked at CPS lot around 1:30. The route the state claims he took is odd, and there's no reason to take that route that he drove in an abnormal way.
Mm,
According to the state, the car is parked there until sometime after 4 p.m. when Richard left. Once Richard left, he didn't come back to the crime scene, and he didn't take Libby's phone with him. Richard was never on the trail at the same time as Abby and Libby. Witnesses describe a bridge guy as 5'11", which does not fit Richard's description. Everybody said how little he is.
mhm. Yeah,
Um,
the one prospective juror even said that she thought that he was a very scary man until she actually saw him in the courtroom, and she's like,
right.
"He's not scary at all." Look,
Yeah.
like, he's little.
Yeah. And Andrea was saying too that she loved that they dressed him in like a like a nice shirt and pants and not like a suit and tie because
Mhm.
that didn't fit like his
Personality.
his personality. Yeah. Um, let's see. Richard arrived to the trails around noon or 12:30 p.m. and he was gone from the trails by 1:30 p.m. Richard's car is gone by 2:15. That's witness statement.
Mhm.
Betsy Blair drove by CPS lot around 2:15 and saw one vehicle there, a Mercury Comet, not his car, that looked the same as the one her dad had in the 1960s. Richard drove a 2014 Ford Focus.
Yeah, a Ford Focus and that Comet old car, they
Don't
did
look
anything alike.
not even close. Um, that's what the putt putt is a Ford Focus. It don't look like a Comet.
Mm-mm.
Um, Camera at Who's Your Harvest store shows Kelsey's car at 1:49. The girls were on the trail right after Betsy Blair. They basically followed Betsy Blair down the trail to the bridge. The girls passed Betsy Blair as Betsy was coming back from the bridge. About 2:05 p.m., the girls were on the bridge. Close to halfway across the bridge, Libby was ahead. She turned back and took a picture of Abby at 2:07.
Yep. There was timestamps of that, and then also, if they were on the bridge at 2:07, how and Richard Allen's car
Was gone at
is
2:15.
seen gone at 2:15, how did he manage to nab them, get them down the hill, girls, across the creek, and killed in, what, 6 minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Gabby's like, but that Comet is a cool car,
It is, it
but it
is.
don't look like a Focus.
Mm-mm.
You hear a voice telling the girls to go down the hill, but the man on the video, his mouth doesn't move. Therefore, the defense contends that there is more than one person. Facts. Um, at the end of the bridge, you have the choice to go right or left. They went left down a steep incline. We don't know and can't show which way they went down for sure, but either way, they would have landed on an access road that goes under the bridge. This access road leads all the way to the home of a man named Brad Weber. Brad Weber, that's who you were talking about earlier. It's possible there were other people or vehicle making use of this access driveway. Evidence suggests that the girls may have gotten into a vehicle down there on that access road. There is not strong evidence about what happened. Data from Libby's phone shows that she was connected to the tower and getting messages and text messages until 5:44 p.m., at which point the phone no longer connected. Here's the kicker. No, that's
Patricia.
that's
Ron Logan.
Ron Logan died of COVID. I think he was involved too. I'm just saying.
And I'm not sure Toxic was one of the shoes found by the bottom of the bridge.
I know they were missing one.
I know one was under Abby. She's gone again. Yeah,
Bro.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you heard that. Thanks, Gabby. At 4:33 a.m., Libby's phone suddenly reconnected. What? Defense theory is that this is when the phone came back into the area, like when they placed the girls.
Chris, I did see the comment. I did see your comment a while ago. But and somebody else in the chat had mentioned it too, mentioned about the connection between Klein and Allen. So, yeah.
After 4 p.m., when Richard Allen left, data will show human hands handled Libby's phone. It registered human hands handling it. That's new. We didn't know that.
Now I heard this. I heard this part. Not prior to, but since I think when I listened to Andrea's video.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This came out since the trial started. The last ping of her phone was 5:44 p.m. They continued to try to ping the phone every 15 minutes. Around 10 p.m., investigator Mullen contacts Mitch Walker at Indiana State Police, who said the phone wasn't in working order or was out of the service area. The phone was found in working order, therefore it had to be out of the service area. At 4:33, 15 texts came through to Libby's phone.
Wow, that's crazy.
Y'all.
It's when it reconnected. It's like ding, 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 ding. You know how it is when you get somewhere and your phone connects and then like it overloads with all of the backed up messages and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how, Chris. There's been no connection between Keegan Klein and Allen, and I don't know how they would possibly even know each other. Let's see, the search party was established that the girls were not where they were found. The search party will establish that the girls were not where they were found. Yeah, so the search party searched that area and they weren't there. So that's why I think they were placed there later. And if they were placed there later, that explains why her phone came back on and took the 15 text messages.
We're going to be going over that too soon, Chris.
We have Kelsey's too. Yeah, we have Kelsey's and
Patty's and Derek German.
Yeah. Fire Chief Sterrett was part of the search. His area to search was across the creek from the area where the bodies should have been. There was a grid search. Chief Sterrett will testify that he saw flashlights from other people searching across the creek from him, which is the general area where the bodies were ultimately found. The girls were found in a flat area, which is a natural area for people to walk if they were searching in the dark. The girls' clothes were found in the creek. However, many people were searching the creek prior to that time and no one found clothes. Holman will testify. Sorry, they will testify that from where the girls were found, you could hear voices on the bridge, and 4 people would have been walking on the bridge at the time of the abduction murder. Unaliving. Yet they heard nothing. These 4 people heard no screams, heard no talking, Heard no rustling like footsteps. The bullet and the confessions mean nothing when the phone data says otherwise. Yep. If we rely on the hard data, none of this stuff matters. None of this other stuff matters. You're going to see videos of Richard Allen in his cell where he was watched 24 hours per day. You're going to see the conditions he was in. This is going to be huge. This is going to be
That is
huge
gonna be huge, yeah.
to see and see what he was dealing with and why he could have possibly gone in. I mean, he was just sitting there with his wife one day and anyways. Richard Allen went into prison fragile to begin with, and the videos will be upsetting. Within 2 weeks of arriving to prison, Richard Allen told his uncle not to send money and to not hire a lawyer. Maybe I'll just admit to all of it so you don't have to suffer.
Mm.
6 months later, the confessions start. He says he shot the girls, but they weren't shot. Defense experts will say that this has all the ingredients of for these to be false confessions. Andrew Baldwin addresses the magic bullet in the ground. There was no photo or video of the bullet being recovered or retrieved. There is only one photo of the bullet in place, then photo of the bullet in the lab. Law enforcement in the area commonly use 40 caliber ammunition. They also commonly have 6 Sauer brand handguns. Yeah, the jury is sequestered and
Yep.
sequestered. Like they can contact their family on Sundays for 20 minutes and it has to be in front of the guards. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And when they got chosen for the jury, she basically gave instructions and said, here's what you need to pack, go home and get it, and then be gone. They swore him
5
in and they sent
weeks.
him off.
5 weeks, Donnie. Also, yeah, the visitation rights are supervised with their families. Also, Judge Gull ordered no crime movies, only
Yeah, only comedies.
comedies allowed. No true crime movies or documentaries allowed to be watched. They have a community room for them to watch movies. They don't have TVs in their own
Nope.
hotel rooms. What else? There was something else.
I don't know, but that sounds like solitary to me, and I would lose my mind.
I would lose my mind. Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, we're
I
going to be
did hear
sequestered?
I did hear somewhere that Judge Gull told them that they have activities planned, so maybe they're gonna, give them some free time out, kind of go somewhere for dinner or bowling or who knows, I don't know. It's kinda giving me vibes of that TV show that we watched. What do you call it?
Jury duty?
Yeah, the jury duty show.
Yeah.
Very much so. Mm.
That's the thing. I would lose my ever loving mind.
Mhm.
They'd be sequestered, and I'd be like, I have opinions. I have opinions on this trial. I've heard everything. I know all the things. Send me home.
Right.
No. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Think about, and they were talking about people that had they had children, little children, small children. Chris, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with you about the defense attorneys. I definitely don't agree with you. I think there are bad defense attorneys. I think there are bad prosecutors.
Oh, yeah. I
And
think
I
that
think,
they're both sides of the fence are gonna
yeah,
lie if it suits their,
that's what I said, Gail. Is it Gail that said that? I can't see on my TV. Who said they were bringing their diamond paint? Um, look, it is Gail. Okay, I thought it was because I thought the pumpkin was her. Pop-Tarts. Look, listen, I'm gonna bring my Pop-Tarts now. Hey,
uh
Morgana.
Hey, Morgana, good to
Um,
see you, girl.
uh,
Uh, I was
can
gonna
you
say
imagine
something
how
real
much
quick.
diamond painting you'd get done?
Gabby about the Pop-Tarts. I eat them cold anyway, so wouldn't bother me.
I heat them up on my coffee. I set them on top of my coffee, but I have one every morning for Sarah Boone while her trial is going on, and I cheers to her. Um, Mergina, hi.
Hey,
Um,
Medina Banana.
so anyways, okay. Snack request denied. That's right.
Hey, Aurelia.
Hey, Aurelia. Um, I eat them cold. Um, Donnie, right? Like we would have all the diamond paintings done in no time, but you couldn't take no pictures. You'd have to
Right, I
wait.
know, you wouldn't have a phone.
You have to wait. You couldn't tell nobody. You couldn't post them anywhere. Oh my gosh, what would we ever do? Okay. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Law enforcement in this area commonly used 40 caliber ammunition. They also commonly have 6 Sauer brand handguns. It's possible the police dropped a bullet, but nobody asked. It's possible to test law enforcement's gun against a bullet found, but no one did that either. Brad had a 40 caliber 6 Sauer in his. Why did I just say 6 salad? What?
6
6 Sauer
salad.
in his vehicle. This was tested and not excluded as the source of the bullet. I didn't know that either. Hey, Bubbles.
Hey,
Um,
girly.
I always say Bubbles because I'm scared because Jenny called you the wrong name for years. Uh, there are markings on the magic bullet. I love that they call it the magic bullet. Not from being shot, but only from being cycled through the gun. And they've proven that that's like crack science. Like those bullets, if it hasn't gone through the gun, those markings can come from anything.
Yeah.
Um, there were sufficient markings on the bullet to do an analysis. What they did for the testing is they took a pristine bullet and cycled it through Richard Allen's gun. That process produced markings that were not sufficient for comparison. They then fired the bullet to try to get more markings. Um, once they fired, uh, once they fired, hold on, stand by. Um, Once they fired the bullet, they then were able to compare the markings on the shell casing to the unfired bullet found in the ground. Based on that, that is why they are saying they can match it to Richard Allen's firearm.
Mm.
The problem is this is not comparing apples to apples, it's comparing apples to oranges. Our own eyeballs can look at pictures of two bullets and see that they don't match. Lots of markings are consistent between guns because guns are manufactured in bulk by the same machines. Therefore, the magic bullet is of no value. Um, Melissa Oberg, the analyst who did the testing but is no longer at ISP, will testify that she has done over 1,100 or 1,300 comparisons, and she has never been wrong, but other people she supervised have been wrong. Betsy Blair arrives around 1:49 p.m., which is right before Kelsey drops the girls off. Betsy describes the bridge guy as early 20s, maybe 30, with fluffy brown hair. He sees him on the bridge 50 feet away from her. Richard Allen has worn his hair short since 1989. Yeah, he never had, like, all the pictures are short hair.
Right.
Something most notable about Richard Allen is that he's so small and short. Betsy Blair said nothing about the man being short. Betsy Blair saw Bridge Guy before the murder. Sarah Carball, Sarah Carball, wow, saw Bridge Guy after the murder. Sarah Carball's story has been inconsistent. In 2017, when she first spoke to police, Sarah told them that the guy she saw wore a tan jacket and was muddy. This was the extent of her description. When
Mm-hmm.
Sarah spoke to police in 2019, after the Bridge Guy video and still photo was released, she changes this to a man wearing a blue jacket and he was bloody like he slaughtered a pig. No, no DNA. Gabby, go get a Pop Tart. Have you tried the banana nut ones? I'm just saying, it'll change your life. Also, I have a meeting with the nutritionist on Tuesday. Shut up. No DNA of Richard Allen at the crime scene. No social media connection between the girls or the scene and Richard Allen. No digital connection between the girls or the scene and Richard Allen. No forensic data connecting Richard Allen to anything. It has taken the state 7 years to figure out whose hair is in her hand. Mr. Baldwin is clearly highly offended by this, Andrea's opinion.
Andrea's opinion.
Yeah. I'm offended. I'm offended.
Right.
Um, uh, in in Richard Allen's confessions, he stated he killed the girls with a box cutter. Defense theory is that this is supportive of evidence that more than one person was involved. The multiple knives, the down the hill voice not matching the lips moving of the man in the video, etc. When you see the crime scene, you'll understand it is highly unlikely one person could have done it. At this point, Gull interrupts with an objection from the state and tells Mr. Baldwin that he is veering into argument. Of course he is. The crime scene was a bizarre scene. There were sticks on the girls. When law enforcement, we got the sticks in. When law enforcement began the investigation, they originally thought more than one person did this and that it wouldn't be feasible for one person to commit this crime. Please wait. Richard Allen is really innocent.
So that was the part about the sticks. So he got that part in, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
just wondering if it's not allowed, why didn't
Because it's
I mean,
not,
it's the Odinistic thing, but it's like
it's dancing around it, but it's not
right,
it.
right.
But it's not it. It's okay. You can do that.
Steph
You
will finish
can
that jury duty show one of these days. I don't know
one of
when.
these days. Also, we need to go back to game night. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we do.
Margaret, are you still here, ma'am?
Oh, she got the eyeballs. She got the eyeballs.
I'm just saying. Um,
She's singing, "I only have
have
eyes
eyes
for
for you.
you."
Okay. Um, also, this is for Gabby. Let's put the Pop Tart. There's the Pop Tart
Yeah, we got Pop-Tarts up in the corner. We
up
got
in the corner.
Pop-Tarts. We got Pop-Tarts here. We got strawberry ones. We
That's the
got
cafe portion of the
mhm.
okay, let me find the next um document. Uh
Documente.
do you want to do Kelsey next since she was next?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just go in order. I think Kelsey was the very or was it Becky Patty that I can't remember which one was
No,
first.
Becky Patty was last. I think Kelsey went first.
Okay.
I mean, I could be lying
I
for
don't know.
fact.
It doesn't
I
matter. I
mean, I
mean,
could be lying for
I
fact,
think
but
Kelsey was the first one in line with the PDF documents. So,
yep. So we'll go with that. How do I get it to open? Could you please
chocolate ones are
open?
good, Gabby. I like the chocolate ones and the strawberry ones.
Didn't you say Dale brought home like a fudge with a fudge with a fudge?
Yeah, they were well, the chocolate ones,
Bro.
these are like fudge. They are good.
Look, I only pick on the people I love, Margaret.
Right. Pick on the ones
Okay.
who live.
Um, Kelsey Siebert testimony. This is
Can
Libby's
you add it to
sister.
the screen?
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? See, you're the
Yeah.
professional here. Look at you being professional. Hold on. Let me go over here. Um,
Morgana likes the frosted brown sugar cinnamon ones. Mm.
uh, yeah, those are good. Oh, she was trying to fight yesterday.
Who
Um,
was?
uh, Morgana. Nope, that ain't it. She said, I said what I said. The brown sugar cinnamon are the bestest,
Hi,
and that's
Trisha.
and that's what
Soft
I
Pop-Tart.
said. Hey, she said blueberry. Blueberry's good. Blueberry's good. Gotta be frosted. Gotta be frosted.
Mhm.
Um, Kelsey Siebert testimony share. Yeah, Pop Tarts. And we know that you love some brown sugar cinnamon. Those aren't bad. Those are like third. The wild berry used to be strawberry, but the wild berry with that purple icing.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, if you got some coffee, if you sit for the new people, if you set your Pop Tart on top of your coffee, it'll steam it. It's very good. You're welcome.
There you go.
Uh,
There, we got Pop-Tarts now.
Pop Tarts. Did you put them up there?
Pop-Tarts for one and all.
Uh, all right. Kelsey Siebert. Oh, wait a minute. Did you block my? You blocked my whole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?
I mean, I don't care. I can still see it, but the people can't see it.
No, we can't see it. I can't see it. It ain't on the screen.
Say what? Stand by. Hold on a minute. Oh, because I got it. That's new.
There we go.
That's new. That's a new thing. That just started.
Kelsey Siebert's testimony from October 18th. Sleuthie Goosie from Andrea Burkhart's live on YouTube. All right,
I
there we
got
go.
it. I got it. I got it. Okay. Uh, Diener was doing the direct examination. Here's something they said about the voir dire with the jurors, that Nick McClellan was the only one that talked to the jurors the whole time. There's like 3 prosecutors, but he was the only one that talked to them. On the defense side, they like went round robin. Um, and chocolate chip pancake Pop Tart. What? What? I don't know about that Pop Tart.
Oh, she says it don't even taste like chocolate, though. It tastes like pancake syrup.
Syrup. I'm okay with that. We like the pancake syrup. Anyways, um, mm. Anyway, so the defense did a round robin, so they all kind of made uh connections with the jury. I thought that was better than, but I don't like that. So also for the new people, we make Walmart carts and add to cart. We tend
Mm.
also, if you don't know about Jif chocolate, peanut butter, chocolate, whatever
We do a lot of crime. We that's why we're called the Crime Cafe over here. We talk a lot about crime and a lot about food.
cafe. Oh man, I dropped out.
You
Put me
did, but you're
back.
back. You're back.
Oh, hey. Oh, I'm watching on the TV. I gotta stop looking at the TV. Okay,
Turn it off.
turn it off. Let me turn it off. Let me stop it. But that's how I see the comments. The comments are on time. It's the video that's bad. Okay. Diener did the direct examination. She was a junior in high school in 2017. Libby was in 8th grade. Kelsey was 17. So she's 3 years older than Libby. She has now gone to school. Oh, wow. Look at Kelsey. She has now gone to school and gotten a bachelor's degree in psychology. Oh. She's now married and has a daughter and has another one on the way. She all grown up.
Yeah, I know. It's been 7 years,
It's
right?
crazy, right? Like when you say 7 years, you go, gosh, that's really a long time. And then you go, she's gotten a whole bachelor's degree, gotten married, and had 2 babies. Um, so she described the school as being very small. Everybody knows everybody. She certainly knew Abby. Knew Abby and Libby were friends. Abby had gone on vacation with them, spent a lot of time at her house. She knew Abby. She knew that Abby didn't have her own phone, and Libby always let Abby use her phone. She described Libby's personality as always outgoing and very brave.
Mm.
She thought she had gone out to the Monon High Bridge with Libby before. The very first time either of them had gone out there, it was within the past year. She was terrified, and Libby was not scared at all. She crawled across on her hands and knees. She was terrified, but she wasn't going to let Libby go across alone, so she did it. Um,
Wow.
ooh, no big cheesecake. Y'all make me hungry. Um, she had not been out to the trail before with Abby. On February 13th, she had woken up late because they had the day off school. They were asking if she could drop them off at the trails, if they could get a ride back. It was not usual for them to go down there. To go there, it was not unusual for them to go there. It was a place they felt safe. Hmm. She also confirmed Liberty was wearing a tie-dye T-shirt. She had given Abby one of her sweatshirts that was in the back of the car. She described it as a swim sweatshirt. I think she means the school swim team. It was brand new and had not been worn. See, then is that her hair? Just saying. Abby was wearing a gray zip-up jacket. She also remembered Libby grabbing something out of her car. Kelsey was also on the swim team. She described that she would keep changes of clothes and stuff in her car pretty regularly. She had a box in the back that had different pieces of clothing in it. On the way, they were playing music, they were laughing, they were taking selfies. Libby posted one of the selfies. This was admitted as an exhibit. Libby took it. She's in the front seat. and it's very close up of her face, like a part of her face. You can see the back seat behind her, and Libby sitting in the back seat. A map was shown to the jury to show them where everything was. Basically, very big, blown up aerial photographs. Judge Gull was chastising the state a little bit because they pulled out the big aerial photo and started to stick it up on a large easel facing the jury when it hadn't yet been entered as an exhibit.
Oh,
At least she's going after them like she's going after,
you know
you
better
know,
than that, McClelland
Nikki,
or was it the other one,
Nikki,
the Diener? I think it was the
or
Diener
maybe it
one.
was Diener. At some point, they passed the camera at the Hoosier Harvest Store. Kelsey showed the jury where on the photograph the trailhead is, where the trail went, and where the bridge is, etc. She was going to her boyfriend's house that day. She pulled into the entrance, which she described as very small. It angles, kind of like a driveway. There's only room for maybe about 2 cars to park there. She pulled in, dropped them off, and then just continued on her way to her boyfriend's house. They went to lunch downtown and then back to his house. They then were leaving. They then were leaving when she had to go to work. Um, she described that the phone was always in Libby's hand. Libby, a typical kid, a typical teenager, always has that phone in her hand, and that she was using it on the way to the trailhead. After Kelsey's boyfriend left for work, Grandma Becky had called Kelsey at 4 p.m., and that's when Kelsey learned that Libby and Abby were missing. So she then went to town. Andrea has it written down that she went to the bridge at 6.
Oh no, QB. QB. Baby, come back.
I'm sorry. Um, yeah, Trisha, it got nasty. It got nasty.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Dean
So,
Johnson. Hi, and
hey,
welcome.
Dean Johnson, welcome in. Welcome, welcome.
And Trisha, our biggest thing here is I don't know whether Richard Allen is guilty or innocent. I just want the man to have a fair trial, and I want whoever did that to those girls, whether it's Richard Allen or someone else, to rot for what they did.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all learned that my Wi-Fi has a mind of its own. I
We
even
call her
have
the
a
bouncing QB. You know how back in the day, whenever we would have those songs, like Frosty the Snowman, you know what I mean? Like a bouncing ball over the words of that's bouncing QB.
yeah,
She's just
yeah.
gone.
That me. And normally I set it up so I can put myself back in, but when I'm reading, I can't do both. Can't do both. Honestly, toxic. It was all clicks. It was all about clicks and infighting to make themselves relevant, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mm.
I might have more later, but yeah, take a Pop Tart. Have a Pop Tart. Um,
Grab a Pop Tart and take a seat.
we're gonna you're gonna have to make a Pop Tart uh
Emote.
emote, yeah, for sure. You
Hmm.
can swap them out, right?
I think so. I need to
Okay.
double check.
We need to see where you have to get get more. We need more.
Mm-hmm.
We need more. We need Pop Tarts.
She does need a pillow to
I
soften those
know.
wounds, toxic.
Yeah. Okay. She went out to the bridge. Everybody in the family was trying to call Libby's phone. She ended up going out to the bridge. She and Cody walked out to the high bridge and went across. Nobody else in the family went across the bridge. After they got to the end of the bridge, they turned to the left and went down to the driveway that goes underneath the bridge. They took the driveway in the opposite direction from Brad Weber's house, which is basically going downstream. The reason they went this way is because they thought Abby's house was kind of down in that direction. They
And
thought,
see, that's something I never knew. I never knew that Abby's house was
yeah, they
in
said it
that
was
direction.
close.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Yeah, Trisha, we're fun. We get off topic sometimes. We do cafe. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Mhm.
Um, uh, oh, they did not come across anyone, so Kelsey and Cody came back across the bridge. Um, at this point, it was starting to get dark, but was not dark yet. They thought at this point maybe the girls were out in the woods. It really didn't occur to them that maybe something bad had happened. I know initially they thought somebody got hurt,
Mhm.
or they fell or something like that. Kelsey said that she and Libby sometimes texted, but they usually would communicate via Snapchat. She told the jury how Snapchat worked. Can you tell me how it works? Because I don't get it. The prosecution showed a drone video basically following the Monon High Bridge. Oh, yeah, I read about this. The Monon High Bridge trail from where you would get onto the main trail from the Mears entrance all the way out to Monon High Bridge and across the High Bridge to the end. This video was taken recently. This was not something that they took at the time because the bridge has since been changed. Kelsey described some of the differences. The main differences are that now the path is asphalted, where it wasn't before. Is that right? Did I say that right?
I don't
Bro,
know.
it didn't sound right.
Where is the
Um,
word at? Hold on. Let me look again.
asphalted. Asphalted?
Yeah, I guess meaning it's been had asphalt put on it. I'd never heard of it as that before, asphalted. Okay.
Not the AOL. Did you just compare my Wi-Fi to the AOL? Bro, that's rude, man. You remember telling people that they had to get off the phone because he, he needed to get on the asphalted. Exactly. That's why my whole brain shut down. I can hear it, right? Do you remember getting them AOL discs in the mail? And you'd
Yes.
be like, "Oh, let me make a new account. Oh, I'll make a new account." I had free AOL for years, and probably had 950. That Chaloon, right? That was a low blow to compare my. Call Spectrum. Y'all call Spectrum and tell them that my Wi-Fi is like AOL Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm gonna. Did you pin that link to the top? No,
No, hold on just a second. I'm trying to figure out how to grab it.
I just put it in there again.
Oh, okay. Then let me go do that. I
Chaloon, did it
can't
come
do
in
that from
serious?
StreamYard. I have to do that from the YouTube channel. So that's why. Let me
Oh,
go do
that's
that real
why.
quick.
Yeah, let me.
That's
Let
I
me.
forgot
That's
a
one
while
thing
ago.
I can't do. I don't have that power.
Mm.
Right, Dean? Like, you're like, oh, my 30 days ran out. I'll grab another disc. They'd be at the grocery store. No, Miss King, shut the
What?
front door.
What?
Miss King said that her email is still AOL. I saw somebody with a what was the M one? Um, for page to pop up. Um, what was the yeah, did you anyways.
M1, what are you talking about?
There was a you said I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't MySpace.
MSN.
Was it MSN? Yeah, somebody had an MSN. I was like, yes, Gail, I cursed too. I cursed as well. Because I have gaming people in my house. I have the top of the top of the top. I should not be bouncing. Um, as soon as I can do it, I'm switching to AT&T.
Mm. So I did pin that link to the top of the chat.
Thank you. Um, uh, I'm laughing. I'm getting secret person is messaging me in the background. Hi.
Hi, secret,
Um,
secret person.
Kelsey describes some of the differences. The main differences are that now the path is, oh God, I gotta say it again, asphalted, where it wasn't before. And as you approach the bridge, originally you just walked out on the original railroad ties. There were gaps in between them and no side rail. They've modified all this since 2017. I think it was Toxic sent me a video that a guy was there and walked out. I can't remember who it was. He's a YouTube guy that walked out and showed all the differences in the trails and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. There also used to be a barricade in front of the bridge. If you were coming down the trail, you would run into this barricade, but you would typically just go around it. Nice barricade.
Mhm.
The bridge is very long. Yes. The bridge is longer than it looks when you walk up on it. By the way, you can see the fish in the water below the bridge. It is clear. It is extremely clear. Very clear water. Hint, hint. It's
It's
clear.
clear.
Well, I mean, you'd have seen some people, right? Some bodies,
Well,
some
and then I remember
clothing.
Andrea also saying that when you're out there, you can actually, like, when they were saying that the people didn't hear rustling or people moving or anything, she's like, "If you're up there, you can hear down below. It's like
Yeah,
that water just moves that sound." You know
it
what I'm
echoes.
saying?
Yeah, it
And you can
reverberates.
hear, like, squirrels running around and
That's
stuff.
the thing,
So
Dean. There's no way they weren't out there. They were not out there. I'm just
mm,
telling y'all. That's my theory. Y'all want to know my theory? They weren't out there.
right.
Um, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And yes, Miss King, you couldn't call nobody. It was awful. And then remember when call waiting started and you were like, I can click over, I can be on the phone. Like, what if my guy calls? My mom's on the phone. Like,
It's a massive ravine. I mean,
yes,
a mouse could sneeze down there, and I think everybody would be able to hear it, you know?
exactly. Not the mouse
And
sneeze.
they said they didn't hear anything, you know?
Nothing. And they're all out there and they're all
Right.
calling for them and their calls are echoing back and forth. No,
Mhm.
no. Um, so it was clear water. If y'all didn't catch that,
The
the
water
water was
was
clear.
clear.
The bridge itself extends far beyond the creek. She testified that if you're at the far end of the bridge, you can't see somebody way back at the beginning. She explained Snapchat again. I'm gonna need to talk to her. That you can text back and forth, you can send pictures, but things disappear after a certain length of time. If you just send a picture, it disappears after 10 seconds or something like that. But you can post things to your stories and then it will last for 24 hours. I don't understand. She saw that Libby had posted some Snapchat images to her stories. The first was a picture of just the bridge. The second was a picture of Abby on the bridge. It looks like the same day, according to her, because it had the timestamps on it. She recognized the clothing that Abby was wearing. That's true, Toxic. That's true. But I don't know. I still think you would have heard something. If somebody saved, look, we're getting a whole list in Snapchat. Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
If somebody
Oh, hold
saves
on a second. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta thank Donnie again. Donnie just gifted 5 memberships. You
Donnie,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Donnie, and hey, you guys, I need to know who got them. I can look on
Okay,
my
I got
YouTube
it.
thing.
Toxic got one. Um,
Yay!
and Susan got one. Henny got one. Michelle got one, and Billy got one. Awesome. Thank
Nice.
you.
Thank you,
Y'all are,
Donnie.
that's awesome.
Hold on,
That's
I gotta give a
awesome.
little more sparkle here.
My sparkle.
I love that
Um,
stupid thing so much.
I know you do. I know you like it because you figured out how to put the sound to it. I just go sparkle, but y'all don't know what that's from. Anybody play games? Anybody ever play Little Misfortune? Somebody?
No,
Anybody?
no.
Donnie says I gift for the sparkle. We appreciate it. Thank
Mm,
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
definitely appreciate it. That's very sweet.
Um, if somebody saves the image or screenshots it, Snapshot will I knew that. Snapshot will notify you that that has taken place.
Mhm.
She said she didn't. I'm just excited I knew something.
About Snapchat.
Right. I don't understand. I know there's cute filters on it too. I don't know how to do none with it. I don't even
Mhm.
have it on my phone. I
And
can't.
there's streaks. I know that there has something about streaks.
What?
Like, if
No.
you not that kinda streaks. I'm saying, like, if you, like,
I
Snapchat
wasn't
every
even thinking
day,
that.
then you have a however many long day streak, and you try to, like,
Oh, like on Finch?
yeah, and then you try to, like, compete with other people for longest streak, you know? But
I
that's
need.
really about all I know, other than the pictures do disappear unless you
I knew if you took a
do
screenshot,
something.
it would
Yeah.
tell the other person that look. Listen, I'm Gen X. Okay. I'm real close to boomer-esque, so I'm just saying. I do act like a boomer sometimes.
I don't
Um,
Snapchat or TikTok.
I
I
do
can't
the
do either.
TikTok.
I can't do
I
either.
and yes, I do add "the" in front of all of it because it makes my children crazy and it makes me happy. Um, I'm like, "Ooh, did you see I'm on the Twitter?" And they're like, "It's not even Twitter anymore, it's X." And it's not the Twitter, it's Twitter. Um, they don't do that anymore. They're older now, they just ignore me. So she said she didn't otherwise hear from Libby that day. After her search at the bridge with Cody, she went to the police station. After the police station, she went home. She did not return. She did not return to the trails that night, but continued to try to text and call Libby. The next day, she helped with the search. Her search group went back across the bridge and basically searched the same area that she had been in before. Um, not the
Dean
Twit
calls it
Talk,
Twit
not the
Talk.
Twit Talk. The
Ah,
Twit Talk. Now I don't do the Twit Talk. I cannot steal that. I'm gonna need to steal that. Um, who's saying Little? Oh, that's Spins. I know Spins knows Little Misfortune.
mm,
Y'all, Little Misfortune is a whole thing, and she goes sparkle. Anyways,
mm,
I don't do the Twit Talk in that the only time I'll look at them is when somebody sends me one,
mm.
and usually it's my BFF.
Well, Mickey sends me TikToks all the time, but I can't watch them because for some reason I click on it and I have the TikTok app, which I never use, but I have the app, right? Well, when I click on the video to watch it,
Not a Twit.
it takes me to the app store. And but I've already got the app. I don't it's
Is it
stupid.
on your
So,
phone? Is it on your phone, active on your
yes.
phone?
Yes.
I feel like you deleted it.
No, it's right here. Right here. There it is. See? TikTok. I've got the app right here on my phone.
What game, Gail? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gail, do you know Little Misfortune? Oh no, Gail, not Gail.
Hmm.
Ooh. Yeah. So the twit. Um, I never did the Twitter because there was a cap on the Gail knows Little Misfortune. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Um, I can't even talk. What am I trying to say? Oh, they had a cap on the number of characters. Can you imagine me trying to talk in like 20 characters? No.
Right.
Um, and so yeah,
Thanks, Gabby.
bye Gabby. See you in the meme wars.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I love memes.
Yeah, so today
And
is oh
gifts.
gosh, I forgot. Oh, toy camera. Toy camera day. So your memes all have to be about toy cameras. It's freaking hysterical.
Okay, okay, okay.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, see, Chaloon, I got it. But now it's not that limited. But now you get a few more characters, but then you get a whole lot of characters if you join. I'm not joining.
Yeah, they don't have the, like, 35 character limit
No.
anymore. That's been gone for a long time.
And now you can do comments. Like you just keep your going on your comments.
Yeah.
But apparently, you get more if you get more characters if you join. I'm not joining. Okay,
Yeah,
because
you can't
one,
DM on Twitter either unless you've joined, and you have to pay to join.
you can't do what on Twitter?
DM.
Oh, yeah, I got 47 other ways to DM. I'm not giving him my money. Okay, we're not going to get into it, but I'm not giving him my monies. He's good. He's should be lucky that I'm even on his platform. Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
that was for my friend. Um,
Moving on over, moving on
okay, her
over.
search group went back across the bridge and basically searched the same area that she had been in before. Um, I just saw you wave at me on the screen, but it was
You're
old.
supposed to have turned that TV off, ma'am.
I'm looking at the comments. The only difference is they went down the right-hand side of the bridge of wait, right-hand side of the end of the bridge instead of the left-hand side. They were searching in that area and were just getting ready to head back when someone told them that they had found the girls. Someone was who was closer to the creek. She didn't know who it was, but it was somebody who was young. There was a woman. What? There was a woman named Michael who was there that Kelsey had met at school before. She didn't know at the time if they were alive or dead, just that they had found her. She went back across the bridge and reiterated that she had no reason to be concerned about their safety when she dropped them off on the trail that day. She's got to feel like
Yeah.
she's she's got to feel terrible.
Mhm.
She's got Okay, so Andrew Baldwin did the cross examination. This was interrupted by somebody in the back row of the audience who stood up out of their seat with her hand up and was standing there for a few minutes. Judge Gull eventually saw her and told her to sit down. The woman said the microphone wasn't pointed towards the witness, and Judge Gull said, "You need to sit down, ma'am," twice.
So, just to go over this little section, Andrea, this isn't listed in the notes, but Andrea said in that part that she thinks that the woman said that thinking that the microphone would make them sound louder to everybody in the courtroom, but that's not the fact. That's not what
Right,
it doesn't amp the sound in the courtroom. What it does is it just makes sure that what they are saying gets on the record in the
right, that the court
audio
reporter can hear it.
version of for the
Right.
court reporter. So, but
Yeah,
anyway, that's what that was about.
and she said that that court is really hard. It's very, very hard to hear in that courtroom.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, uh, she, oh yeah, not target practice. Tell them if they hit the, tell them to be careful of all the hummingbirds and stuff, and don't hit my bedroom. Um, she described where the Hoosier Harvest Store. Why can't I say that? Hoosier Harvest Store was on the
And she's gone. You guys. The bouncing QB.
bro. I'm sorry. Um, She also reiterated that Libby was outspoken. Libby would certainly stand up to others. Libby was
Mhm.
not afraid to raise her voice. Libby had a good, strong voice. Libby fought, I guarantee you. It was around 4 p.m. that she found out the girls were missing, and the search was after that. She connected with her uncle Cody, and the reason they went directly to the bridge was because of that Snapchat photo that Libby posted to her Snapchat chat story. Um, Oh, yeah, they better not hit you. Get out of our room. Oh, sorry. So they knew that the girls had been there, and that was the last information they had about their locations. She described this bridge as having such big gaps in it that there were spots where people could fall through that the ties were rotting.
Mhm.
That's a no for me, dog.
Mhm.
This is why the first time she went across, she did so on her hands and knees. That would be me. Uh,
Mhm.
she said, "No way would you run across. You would not run across that bridge. It would be dangerous." Some time is now spent in the court looking at the picture of Abby on the bridge. Kelsey has seen this photo many times. Libby was in front, turns around to take the picture of Abby, and is therefore facing the direction of the beginning of the bridge. Kelsey can tell they are not very far across the bridge because you can still see the water from the creek. She estimated it was about 25% of the way across the bridge. The state objected to that as speculation, and that was sustained. So that was stricken. The jury doesn't get to hear that specific bit, but they already heard it. Just
Yeah, they already heard it, so
can't.
they don't
Why
get
does
to
that? I
use it.
mean, why is, anyways, the defense introduced the photo of Abby on the bridge as an exhibit. The defense made a whole bunch of copies to distribute to the jury so they could have their own copies. Later on, Ms. Diener popped up to ask if they could make copies of their exhibits for the jury as well. Judge Gold told her, "Yes, of course you can." Oh, copycat.
Hmm.
Anyway, sorry. So the state made copies of the first exhibit, the selfie taken in the car by Libby, and gave them to the jury. You can see in the photo You can see in the photo that there's nobody on the bridge behind Abby. Kelsey would see people from school out there all the time. This was a common place for kids to go. Kelsey saw two people that she knew from school out there when she had returned to search with Cody. It was not uncommon for people to be on the bridge at any point in the afternoon. He confirmed that the sweatshirt Abby had taken out of the car was new. It had not been worn, but she said that they probably would have washed it. But she said they probably would have washed it. Oh, okay. She also confirmed that she gave her DNA 2 days ago, and it was not the first time that she had provided it.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, what?
So Kelsey had given her DNA 2 days ago prior to this. So see,
But
they've
and that
had
was the
this.
first, and it wasn't the first time. So this is the
Uh-huh.
second time she's provided it. Where did it go? Is it with the recordings?
Right. That disappeared.
Does Brad Holder have it with his recordings? I don't know. And look, Brad Holder, I know you're listening. I'm sorry, man, but I feel like I know you listen to the Crime Cafe, and I'm sorry, but yeah, stop sharing. Go find the next
How do they not
one.
test that hair for 7 years, right, Dean?
I'm not okay with that. Like, and now you're saying Kelsey had given this is the second time she's given her DNA, and she just gave it 2 days ago. Like, what the actual? Did they think like that Gull wasn't going to let that hair in? Like, and then were they caught off guard because Gull was like, "Sure, let's let it in. It's hair." I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand any of the things.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, let's see. Let me
70
close.
days of interviews, exactly.
Yes, 70 whole days.
It's very convenient. Very
70
convenient.
whole days.
Alright, which
Um,
one's next? The
I'm
Derek
going to
German?
do, yes. Um, I'm just closing some of my things so that I don't link the wrong one. Let me go back
Oh,
over here because I'm learning how to do the thing. You would think something, I can smell it from here, Dean. I can smell it from here.
something smells something stinky in Delphi. Hmm.
It's gross. All right, look at me being professional. Look, boom,
Look at you.
boom. I love it.
Alright,
All
ma'am.
right.
I'm gonna have to apologize. We're going on 2 hours. I gotta have a potty break.
Do you want me to read or do you want me to just talk to people?
Oh, no, you can read if you want to. I
Okay.
can take my phone with me and listen. I gotta go potty. So, dick
Go
coffee, I got about
potty.
this much coffee in my cup, and I
Yeah.
gotta go wee wee. So, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You can
Um,
continue reading.
okay. Oh, you're not using my cup today. Is it in the judgmental dishes?
Possibly. Well, no, the judgmental dishes are gone. Those were gone.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are clean now. So, the coffee cup is probably in the cabinet now.
Oh. Saloon, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree 150,000%. So much so. So much so. Um, no cameras in the courtroom. Hi, boy mama. I'm a boy mama. I love it. It's the best thing ever. Um, yeah, no cameras. Like so much so, not even outside the building. Um, they took like 4 or 5. Now it's up to 5 cameras. Um, I agree with you, boy mama. I will tell you this. I always say you have to wait for the Mickey George, she went. Um, I always say you have to wait for all the evidence because there's stuff that we don't know, but I'm not thinking the camera thing. Look, I've said this 1,000 times. If you ain't hiding something, stop hiding stuff. Be transparent. Um, and Dean, I'm not sure. she had an I agree with you, but then she had an order that they weren't to be videotaped, and she's above the law, so uh yeah, they did. DB, hi DB, welcome in. Um, yeah, they didn't want to be involved in that. I mean, they put the attorneys back, but yeah, but toxic the cameras were outside. These are the ones that they um absolutely DB. I'm glad you're in. Glad you came. Um uh the cameras outside though. And here's my thing too. This whole time, this whole time, they've been parading Richard Allen in shackles, in his prison uniform, with 6, 8 guards around him, and all this other stuff. And now all of a sudden, um, you're going to put him behind a wall because he's dressed like a human being. He's dressed, or you're treating him like a human being. He's dressed like he would normally be dressed. I mean, I'm just not buying it. It's not for protection. It's not for protection. If you wanted that protection, then close off where they come in and um and do it that way. Put guards where nobody can get to them. That whole wall of secrecy, that's a whole wall of secrecy is what that is. Jenny left and I got on my soapbox. I'm mad, y'all. I have words. Um they always had cameras on him. Always. And how about when they brought Keegan Klein out, who's like 7 foot tall and like 300 pounds. They had like 2 guards. They bring Richard Allen out, who's like 5'4", and they have like 8 or 9 guards about him. Come on now, I got words, Stallone. I always got words. I always got words. Exactly, DB. Like seriously? Oh yeah, boy, mama. Oh, you preaching to the choir. That whole prison and the jail and all. I mean everything. And like I said, if he's guilty, if he's guilty, fine. Let him be guilty. But show me. Show me. I know. Even without the Odinism stuff, toxic, you don't even have to bring that in there. You don't even have to bring that in there. I mean, I think it is in there, but you don't even have to bring that in. And it's still shady. It's shady. It's shady. And if you're exactly Dean, prove it. Show me. I'm fine. If he exactly Trisha. Oh look, I'm reading all these comments. Um, me too. Boy, mama, I've been watching this. Um, I've been watching this since those girls went missing. Okay. Um, I watched it while they were searching for Bridge Guy. I watched it when they arrested Richard Allen. I thought from the beginning that for what? To protect him from what? The guards were tormenting him. Um, Yeah, the cameras outside. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. The cameras outside don't make no sense. They don't make no sense. She didn't want them videotaping the jurors. And the word on the crime streets is that those people put their cameras down as soon as the van drove up. So she's got a problem with the media, which is weird because she was on some committee to let cameras into the courtroom. So why all of a sudden do you not want cameras in the courtroom? Oh, yes, sure. I mean, absolutely. If y'all hear this dog, it is not my dog. I'm just saying. Not my dog. We're not gonna talk about it. Um, so yeah, solitary confinement. I mean, wait until um the jury sees that video. They're showing a video of his confinement where he was. Wait till they see that. Anybody would go crazy. Look, they they got the jury sequestered. All you got to do is say, "How y'all feeling right now?" Because at least you can move around. Um, yeah, yeah, please. Those pictures. It's just like, oh, we're leaving the tip line open because there's more, there's more information out there. He didn't act alone. And then they started trial and they're like, he acted alone. It was just him. And then all this whole time it's been, this is Bridge Guy, this is Bridge Guy, these two different people that neither one of them looked like Richard Allen, by the way. And oh no, we're not going to use this. Those were just for investigational purposes. Restless legs, I'd lose my mind. Facts. It is a cluster. It is a cluster, Dean. It is. Because that's what is supposed to happen. You go to jail before you're proven guilty. It does look kind of like Klein's dad. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Make my coffee IV, please, ma'am. I'm out of coffee and I can't get up. Because I'm talking to the people. I'm so glad everybody's in. Hey, while we're waiting for Miss Jenny to get her coffee, if you haven't already, if you would please click the like button, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things, tell your friends. We have a nice little safe community over here. That we don't allow any kind of crap. I don't want a Pop Tart. Now I want a Pop Tart. I already had a Pop Tart. I can't have another one. I got to go to the nutritionist Tuesday, and I gotta lie. I mean, tell them what I ate. Yay, Trisha's hooked. She could make the public like her more toxic if she wouldn't be such a crap person. The drawings in court. Okay. The drawings in court. Hey, R&M. Is this DB? Are you with R&M? Because I watch you on the Twitter all the time, and you liked I had a whole fangirl moment. You liked one of my comments. R&M did. Did I just say R&B? I'm so sorry. Ah, yeah, y'all don't pay attention to Margaret. She zaps people sometimes. She don't mean no harm. She just rolled over on her phone. Okay, boy mama, right? Do you not think see, I'm not the only one. I feel like I don't know. They're hang on Facebook and didn't give him a lawyer for right. It's for his safekeeping, but he didn't have a lawyer. I love Arnhem. I love Arnhem for sure. I haven't been. I don't know that I've been on their YouTube. I've definitely been on their Twitter. I follow them a lot on Twitter because I did fangirl a little bit because they liked one of my comments. I was like, oh look. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be huge for the defense, DB. Like all they have to say is, "Look, you're sequestered. You can't have your phone, but you can have community movie night. You can walk around. You can yeah, Gail, definitely follow R&M for sure. R&M is R&M Productions. They have like I said, I follow them on Twitter. I don't know that I've subbed to them on YouTube, but I need to go check them out. Um, oh, I know what I was saying. So back to the family knowing. I feel like the Patties know something. Y'all don't come for me. Something I don't know. Something's weird. Something's weird over there. The man here killed a 9-year-old boy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's awful. Um, are we bonding? Me and you, DB, are we bonding? Or are you bonding with somebody else? Um,
Oh, I'm back. What did I miss?
Hi. I've been talking. So DB mentioned R&M, and I had a whole fangirl moment. Hey, Annie Ruler, welcome in.
Hi, everybody. Hi, new peoples.
Um,
Oh my god, can I say peppermint mocha creamer?
Oh my gosh,
Zero
ew,
sugar,
bleh,
zero
bleh.
sugar peppermint mocha creamer. Ye yes!
Hey,
Oh my god, it's so good.
DB, are you with R&M? Are you with R&M? I had a whole fangirl moment. Did I tell you I had a whole fangirl moment?
I heard you talking, but I was trying to get Poppy back in the house. I had to let her out to use the
Oh,
potty.
look, okay. I am subscribed. Look at me, subscribed. Oh, the jerk. Oh, oh yeah. This is on my list. This is on my list to watch. Um,
What are we talking about? I'm so confused.
R&M Productions. Okay, I follow them. I am sub to them on YouTube. I follow them on Twitter. I follow them very closely on Twitter. Um, so uh DB was talking about R&M, talking about you and I, like being on a panel or something. I don't know about none of that. But
Oh, okay.
I said I had a fangirl moment because R&M liked one of my comments.
Oh.
And I was like, and so I might have screenshotted it. Anyways, um,
Mm.
but they have a video that I have on my watch list, which is the juror questions and what the juror
Oh,
questions were, because there was lots of juror questions.
yeah.
And I wanted to see that. Um,
Nice.
yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah,
hi,
the junk
DB.
science one is on my list too.
Hi, DB. Welcome. And boy, mama, Annie Ruler. All
Yeah,
right.
like yeah, oh yay, DB, we're bonding, yay. Um and right, like
Welcome, welcome.
anyway, oh the junk I have a junk science one about the unfired round. I have that one on my watch list too. Um
Mm.
anyways, but I did fangirl a little bit when they liked my comment. Um um anyways, okay, so are you ready to do Derek German?
Yes. Let's
Well,
get this
also
going.
Also, boy mama agrees that the patties might know something. Just saying. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
my tin hat. I'll put it back. Okay. Uh, I don't wear that tin hat very often, but when I do, it usually involves Delphi. Almost every time. Have you noticed that? Just saying.
I feel like that. But also read, like hardcore
Delphi.
read tin hatter.
Oh, did you bring me back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, yeah. Yay.
Baby, you're back.
Baby, I'm
You can
back.
blame it all
Uh-huh.
on
On
me.
me.
All
Okay.
right.
I'll tell you a story about that song one day. Arnhem, very good. Yes. Sorry. I watched many channel from points of view and corroborated some conclusions yesterday. It said court stated search resumed at 6 a.m. Was that a private search without FBI? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Um, they did
Well, I
say
think
that the
that they would have
search,
waited. They would have waited for first light.
yeah.
So,
Um,
but light don't. It's not light in February at 6 a.m. So I don't know.
oh, DB said they're going live tonight. Okay, we'll have to watch.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. I've got, like I said, I've got a couple on my Lord, y'all. My head is about to explode with all this stuff going on this week.
Yours, you have more room in your head than I have in mine.
I
My head
did
is about
not.
to blow up from
I
all of the information I've gained the last few days
Yeah, let me
and trials and stuff.
let's Jenny, do you mind if I put R&M
No, go ahead.
in the chattery chat? Yeah, y'all check them out. They're very cool. Check them out on the Twitter too, because
Oh, thank you,
oh
DB.
look, yay, DB, thank you.
Is QB in
Wait a
Airhead?
minute.
No,
Wait a
no.
daggone minute. I'm still mad about my Wi-Fi being attached to being, or being the compared to AOL. That was rude. Um,
Mhm.
man, you know court starts back for the Ferris wheel on Monday.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know what happens with the data.
So, yeah, you guys that have been watching the Melody Walker Ferris trial with us every day. All right, so Friday,
Oh, you're
th
welcome, DB.
Friday they came out and was like, "Whoa, we got some sort of new evidence," and everybody was like, "Wait, evidence like for or against Melody, right? For or against Scott or Rusty or Chris or who, what, you know?" Well, they ended the they ended listen to this, Donnie, they ended the stream, but then they resumed it back later. The docket here on YouTube, if you guys wanna go watch him,
Yep.
it's about another 2 hours worth of streaming they did after the day ended, outside the presence of the jury. This was a hearing that they were doing, um, for this new document or not document, this
No
new evidence
evidence.
that came out. So they had an expert witness up on the stand. She's the one that supplied them with this new raw data that they threw at the defense, and the defense is like, "Whoa, we don't know how to read
Like
this." The
10
judge is looking
terabytes.
at it.
Like
The
10
judge is looking
terabytes.
at this like, "This is not complete. I don't know how to read this, blah, 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 blah." So they Poppy, will you quit I told that dog to come in here with me when I went to get my coffee, and I hollered at her, and she would not because she had her nose out of joint about something. So now she's over here scratching at the door, wanting in. You're gonna have to wait a minute, dog. So,
Bye, Bubbles.
bye, Cherie. Okay, DB, thanks for coming
Oh,
over and
DB,
hanging
thank
out
you
for a
so
little bit.
much. We'll see you later. I hope you'll come back. We'll hopefully see you tonight.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
So the long story short, they've got all this information. It's basically geofencing for their phones, and they're gonna have to get another witness expert to read and interpret this data for them. So I'm assuming that's gonna be coming up. Now, tomorrow morning on the Ferris wheel trial, we're going to hear lots and lots of jail calls apparently. So, be ready for that cuz I'm ready for that.
It's crazy. And then the judge, look, listen, the judge was like, Mr. Techie, y'all know he's been like Mr. Techie. He messed he messed that expert quote unquote up.
He
He was
did.
like, where is McClellan related to one of the victims?
I haven't heard that
I know
before.
there was some kind of lineage there, but not to the victims, I don't think. Um, the judge, Ariellis, am I saying that right?
It's
Ariellis?
Aurelia.
Aurelia. Oh, I'm sorry. Aurelia.
Yeah, and the only reason I know that is because we hammered that out the other day in here. It's
Um,
Aurelia.
he really, Dean? Who's he related to? And how? And wait a daggone minute.
I thought that McClelland was related to I thought somebody said the judge at some point. Whether or not that's true, Nick is related to Libby.
Really,
Really?
Criminal Network. Welcome in. I did not know that.
Nick is related to Libby. How?
What?
I gotta let this dog in before she tears the whole door down.
What? What? Why did I not know that? How is that even possible for him not to be conflicted out? Oh, by marriage. Okay. Um, what? That's
Still, though, even
crazy.
if it's by marriage, that is a huge conflict of interest.
That's what I'm saying. How is he not conflicted out?
I don't
Um,
know. Hi, and welcome, Criminal Network.
he's shady. I'm sorry. Even Andrea was trying to be kind, right?
Mhm.
Um, was like he had his hair slicked back, kind of
Right.
like a used car salesman. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Send me that picture.
What
I
picture?
knew you would want to
My
see it.
little, not you, the man child. My
Oh,
little smudgy is in a tie and suspenders. What?
When I tell you, me and Jazz were
Um.
like cheering
hi,
for him in the
Elena.
car.
I heard
We
about
said,
Nick being
Hey,
a
"Wow,
part of
Elena.
Libby's family, but if I
hi,
heard
mom."
correctly, he was related to Becky's first husband. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, I guess I could kind of see. I mean, when you live in an area like that, everybody knows everybody, right? And
Yeah.
if you don't know said person, you at least know of them, right? I know how that goes. But mm, I mean, this is a big case. This is not some this is not some like I don't want to just in your normal regular trial situation. This is big with lots of investigatory things and lots of evidence and lots of speculation and lots of rumors and yeah, a special prosecutor. Yeah.
For
And
facts.
isn't this Nick McClelland's first murder
I think it is.
trial?
I think so.
I think I heard that a long time ago.
I'm sorry. I got distracted by the smudge. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Nick is prosecuting a man who supposedly
Supposedly.
murdered one of his relatives. Not cool.
Yeah, it's not okay. That's not okay.
Well, I mean, it's not okay, but uh
But like they, who said that? Delphi does what Delphi wants. Facts.
well, I mean, what I'm saying is if it's not okay, then they have something to appeal on.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to have a
Lucy.
lot to appeal on in my opinion, but you know, including the
Oh,
including the Odinism angle. I just think that's crazy pants. But after all is said and done, I don't want just anybody, just any Richard Allen or any whoever to get convicted of this. I want the person that did it to get convicted of this, you know?
um, I was gonna say something. Oh, the appeal. You know, you can throw anything at appeal. It could take years. He could be gone by then. Um,
Wait, what? The coroner at the time of the murders was 18 years old and still in high school?
I remember hearing something hinky about the coroner.
Wow. I don't know. I hadn't heard that either.
So Jazz said that they might not have tested the hair because they only have enough for one test, so it would possibly be destroyed, possibly, which was a good point. It was a very good point. But now that they're getting the family tested, it seems like they would have more. I don't know. Um, did you see my baby? I'm
I did.
sorry.
I'm trying to give it a heart uh thing and it finally went.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Handing out copies of death certificates to students at his high school. Shut up. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
I need to run to Delphi. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
all right.
Crazy.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for Derek German?
Yeah, we got to get into this cuz I got not long before I'm going to have to start you know, getting ready for the school week ahead.
Okay. No, I know.
Um
Okay, let's do Derek German. All right. He is
yeah.
local, grew up there around Delphi. They lived just outside of town. At the time, he wasn't working full time. He was working odd jobs, including helping his mom with the appraisal business, where he would take the pictures for her. He did a lot of helping run Libby around. He said Libby always forgot something. Libby was in lots of activities, so he was constantly running to bring her a swimsuit, bring her food, etc. He was running out to the school often. He did not have Snapchat, so he would text with Libby. He would try to call Libby because he doesn't like texting, but Libby wouldn't answer, and they would end up texting. That's a teenager. Very familiar with Abby. Picked up Abby the night before Sunday to spend the night at their house. He picked Libby up from another friend's house Sunday as she had been at a sleepover Saturday night. The next morning, he made banana pancakes. He was painting a desk in the garage, and then he left to go take pictures for his mother. This was around 1:20 p.m. He had 18 houses to photograph, so it was going to take a while. When he was about halfway there, when he was about halfway there where he was going to be taking pictures in Frankfurt, he received a phone call from Libby asking if he could be able to pick her up from the high bridge. He explained to her that it was going to take a while and that it would be a couple of hours and she would have to wait. He went and took photos and then headed straight back to Delphi.
Okay. Bye, Dean. Have a great night. Thanks for
Bye,
coming and hanging
Dean.
out.
Thanks for coming. Hope to see you again.
Boy Mama said if the girls were sacrificed, those accountable will go to all depths to keep it quiet. This just might be bigger than any of us even know.
Mm-hmm.
And Steph's talking about Boston cream Pop-Tarts. And USA Libertarian says Boston cream Pop-Tarts. Don't tell me that. Yeah. We have strawberry Pop-Tarts. They're up there in the top right-hand corner
We
of
need some
your
different
screen.
flavors.
You can grab one and yeah.
Hey, USA Libertarian, welcome in.
Aurelia, but it's because that's all we've talked about since Sarah Boone couldn't have any. Now that's all we talk about is
That's all we talk about. Yeah, Pop-Tarts.
So,
yeah.
You're welcome. All right.
Yep. Okay. On the way to the trails, he did not pass the camera at Hoosier Harvest Store. He came from the opposite way. He had not been out on the trails or the bridge before. He is not a hiker, didn't spend time out there. He tried calling first when he was just a couple of minutes away. He didn't get an answer. Toxics in Canada. We're gonna have to send her some Pop-Tarts. She's like, we only get strawberry up here. Okay. Let's see. He saw that there were other cars parked there. He started walking around the trail to see if he would find them. He ran into somebody at a junction point where multiple trails meet. Didn't know the man, but later learned his name was David McCain. He asked the man if he had seen two teenage girls. The man said no. Since the man had been coming from direction of Melon High Bridge and hadn't seen the girls, Derek went the opposite direction.
Oh, she dropped. Hi, Heather Brown. Welcome. Yeah, you dropped for just a quick second. Criminal says the 22 unaccounted hours that the girls were missing is crucial.
Yes.
I believe that too.
Yes, and the fact that her phone picked up the network at 4:00 in the morning. Steph's giving out Pop-Tarts like Oprah.
That's all right. Go right for it. Go right ahead.
Hey, Heather, welcome in. All right. He walked down toward the water on the Deer Creek Trail. He didn't see anybody. He walked back towards the Freedom Bridge. He didn't see anybody. He's continuing to try to call Libby. He went back to his car and called his mom, Becky. She hadn't heard anything. He called Libby again, gets no answer, calls his mom again, gets back on the trail yelling the girls' names in all directions with no response. Goes back to his car, waits about 15 minutes, nothing. He goes back out, and now he walks down to the high bridge. While he was sitting in the car, a couple of kids arrived and headed towards the high bridge. He followed the kids out there. He did not cross the bridge. All these adults ain't crossing the bridge because
they got some sense.
He saw the kids sitting on what he described as a little deck on the side of the bridge. These little decks are about 4 feet by 6 feet. It was a boy and a girl that he saw. Kelsey and Cody then arrived, and they said they were going across the bridge, so he went back to the car because he wasn't crossing the bridge. Yes, yes, Annie Ruler. Three other phones. I think it was three. It might have been more. Three. No, you're right. Three. Three
I
other
think it
phones
was
in the
3.
area. Yeah,
Mhm,
three on the geofencing, and yet we've seen no geofencing.
mhm.
Um, yeah, Elena. I don't think they would have found them. I don't think they were there.
Hi, the
Um,
Rockaways.
hey, Rockaways. That's why. That's why Baldwin kept holding up the phone, going, "It doesn't lie. It doesn't lie," because the geofence will solve the case if they let it out there. Um, this cat's trying to cut y'all off. I'm sorry. Uh, Kelsey had parked there, so he got in her car and was trying to figure out what to do next. Then Mike and Becky came, and they had to park outside because by this point you couldn't fit any more cars in the parking lot, so they parked across the street. Becky is making calls to AT&T. Derek goes back out on the trail. Cops and people are starting to show up before he made it back out to the bridge. It's still light out when they went to the police station. Becky and Cody went downtown to look around after the police station so they could look at some of the parts of the trail system. They checked other sections of the trail that goes through the downtown area. They didn't find anything. Derek walked back to High Bridge. It's now dark. When you approach the bridge, there's a wooded area to the left. He had a flashlight and was searching over in that area. He did not find anything. He was by himself. He was not searching in a group at this point in time. He described, ma'am, sorry.
Sorry, I'm just gonna tell Toxic I believe so because
Yes.
from what the, probable cause affidavit said, was it the probable cause affidavit? Something had said that, where the girls were found there at the tree, there was no blood,
There was no
hardly,
blood.
at all. I mean, there was some blood on the tree and on the girls a little bit, but there was no
No, not
blood.
enough for how they were killed. I firmly believe they were killed somewhere else and they were placed there. That
Mhm.
is my those are the opinion. Do you want to run my y'all? I got my own disclaimer. Um, thanks, Criminal Network.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you.
there. Look, there's Nightbot trigger warning. No, I meant my trigger warning. These are the thoughts of QB only. Yeah, I think they were killed somewhere else and placed there. That's my personal opinion. I know I'm not alone, but um let's see. Derek walked back to the high bridge. It's now dark. When you approach the bridge, there's a wooded area to the left. He had a flashlight and was searching over that area, but did not find anything. He was by himself. He was not searching in a group at this time. He described the area. He described that area was extremely steep down the water. He did not go down to the water. He stayed up on higher ground. He followed the wooded area to where it ends.
Oh, no.
West. Oh, I'm
Hi.
sorry. Hi,
Mm.
AOL. Okay. Toxic, ma'am. No, do not keep your hands to yourself or your thoughts to yourself. We thank you, Heather Brown. We appreciate it.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
um, yeah, don't keep your thoughts to yourself. I just spew stuff and then I apologize later. Um, I that's kind of true.
Elena, QB, and I, we think the same way. I feel like it's probably Kelsey's. QB does not.
I
Thank you,
don't. No, no, no.
R&M. Thank you,
Oh,
R&M,
thanks,
for the
RNM. Yay! Hi.
thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that so much.
Welcome in. Yeah, so I'm not saying it's not Kelsey's. I'm just saying that okay, all right. So badass American. If it belongs to Kelsey, why did she give her DNA before? And now she had to give it again. I don't understand. The other thing that I'm not saying is not hers. Welcome in, by the way. Hi.
Hi.
I'm not saying it's not hers, but the way twisted in her hand and pulled out by the root, I don't know. It sounds like she snatched somebody. So, yeah, people do attack. We don't do that in here. We don't allow none of that.
No, we
We
don't do
should
that.
know, Rockaways, we should know that at this time in the investigation. Absolutely. There's no way that they don't, 7 years. And it doesn't belong to the girls. It doesn't belong to RA. We don't know Criminal Network. We don't know it doesn't belong to Kelsey yet. They just took her DNA again on like 2 days ago.
I mean, Annie, that's a good theory. That's a good theory.
I missed it.
We don't know. She said when Odinism first came up, someone posted a photo of a woman with a long gown, long multicolored gray hair, heavy set, so female hair in the girl's hand still could be a participant.
And that's what I said. Just because it's female doesn't mean that they weren't part of it. I mean, females do stuff.
Or be part of it because like we've seen in some of those videos of the ritual things that they have, if it's some sort of a ceremony, then,
Criminal, I can't say for sure, but they just took Kelsey's DNA again.
2 days ago, it said here on
Or
this.
2 days before she testified, I think it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to hear all the theories. I mean, I don't know everything. I mean, I know a lot, but I don't know everything.
The Rockaways, another person in the chat, TMI Steph, she feels the same way. She actually looked that up about the day before Valentine's Day.
It's a big day for Odinists. Yes, the feast of Valley. The feast.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a huge day for Odinism. I don't think that's a coincidence, personally.
I don't either.
Jaloon, you are not lying.
If you were to take what do they call those lint rollers to my shirt, you would have both of my kids' hairs, my husband's my dog's, mine.
Yep.
Probably from some spaghetti sauce from last night. No, because I changed my shirt. I mean, you're going to find all kinds of DNA on my shirt. But
okay, Badass American, just so you know, everybody is welcome to have their own opinions as long as y'all are respectful. We don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like differing opinions here. We just don't.
We do.
We just don't tolerate. Yeah.
Heather, that's the thing, though. Okay, we were talking about this the other day. So I just cut my hair off because I had to have surgery. I cut like 21 inches off my hair, and my hairs were intertwined in that would be after I washed my clothes. My dog's hair and my hair would be like intertwined in the fibers. So I don't know. But if it never been worn, but they washed it, I don't know. I know that my dog's hair ended up in all kinds of places. Anyways. All right. You ready to get back?
Apparently, DB says, OMG, the whole RM chat in here now.
Yeah.
Y'all know what to do. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's great to see a lot of the new names
popping in. It really is.
Over.
We're so glad. And while y'all are coming in, it's DNA on that like button. And it tells YouTube that people like the stuff. So the root beer, we were talking, boys, mom, we were talking about the other day and I was like looking at my hair because I lose a lot of hair. I have Hashimoto's. I lose a lot of hair. And so I was trying to see if it comes out because I have Hashimoto's, if it comes out from the root or if it just breaks off. I ain't seen one of my hairs with a whole root on it. Not a one of them.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I see those sparkly gray ones in the mirror, I yank them babies out by the root. I know you're not supposed to.
Yeah, those have the root, but then they multiply by 15. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, I mean, that's what they make hair color for, I guess.
That's my theory. I could be wrong, and it could be intertwined and all that, but the way that they described it, I need to know more, but intertwined in her fingers with the root makes it sound like it was ripped out. He could have turned his phone off, except for they didn't see his car, badass. His
Mhm.
car was already gone. So,
Well, see,
looked out
Queen.
queen. Hi, welcome.
Hi and welcome. I think that I have heard or read that just normally shed hair comes out by the root. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, somebody could do a little Google search and find out,
What I
right?
know is I ain't found a root, not nary a root yet. And when I tell you, also, Chilloon said 21 inches. Yes, 21 inches, and I donated it. It was a whole lot of
It was
hair.
a lot. I
And
saw
I
that
didn't even cut
ponytail
it
too.
short. I didn't even cut it short. It's like I cut it past my chin. Um, so anyways, but okay, let's read this because I know you got to get the kiddos ready. Rudy
Mhm.
Tooty, fresh and fruity. Who's talking about the IHOP? You know that's not the best deal, right? I learned that like just a couple of years ago. I thought the Rudy Tooty. Welcome to the cafe portion of the stream.
Of
I
Creme Cafe, yeah.
the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity. I always thought was the best deal. It's not. It's like the big breakfast or whatever. It's much better. Don't tell the nutritionist I'm gonna see on wrapped around her fingers. I have thyroid issues too. Welcome in, Queen. And I'm also QB, Queen B. Hair spiders. Let's not talk about hair spiders, please. Okay. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back.
we talked about that earlier in here about him being a relative. I think somebody said that he was a cousin or something of Becky's first husband.
Yeah, that's some crap.
Yeah.
That is some.
So,
First of all, he is totally unprepared, unknowledgeable, all the things to be trying this case. Did you pull him out, Margaret?
well, she didn't say she pulled him out. She said when she lost him.
Oh. Um.
Mm.
No, they didn't have Nick removed. They should have.
In my
Oh,
opinion, they should have too, especially considering the fact that
not key
he's
bump.
never even had
A murder
this is
trial.
his first murder trial. I mean, everybody's gotta have a first one, I guess, right? But
But this one,
yeesh.
I think it was Dean that said there should have been a special prosecutor. Absolutely. 150,000%. Dorothy Hare. It's not a Dorothy Hamill. I've had that
No,
though.
Sarah Boone has a Dorothy Hamill, similar-esque.
No, it's a Dorothy Hamill. If a person that had their eyes closed cut it. So, anyways, right, Rockaway. I mean, that was kind of a crude way to say it, but yes, absolutely. I'm sorry, Rockaway. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read. Okay. He basically covered a large section that is west of and beneath the cemetery over to the ravine. The ravine he described as being too steep to be able to cross. By this point, it was midnight. It was pitch black. He could see maybe 10 feet in front of him, not very good visibility, but you could see all the way. Wait, but you could see all the way onto the other side. It was a high bank. They were continuing to search until 12 a.m. Um, mm, he could see flashlights on the other side of the water under the high bridge. He saw no flashlights on the far side of the ravine. The east side of the ravine, he stayed on the west side. He saw nobody on the east side of the ravine. He went back to his car, went home. The next morning, he went out to search and got into a group. His group was responsible for searching the same area that he had searched the night before. He parked at the CPS building and walked through the Mears lot. He searched the forest alongside the trail all the way down until it met up with the bridge. His daughter was with them. They went all the way to the ravine. He ran into his Aunt Melissa, Becky's sister. Melissa was not in his group. He's not sure if Melissa was in the group at all, but she was out there searching at the end of the ravine. Melissa had come up behind them and said they needed to go back to the entrance. By the time he got back to the entrance, there were cars there. He could tell something was up. He could hear his mom screaming. Melissa came running off the trail screaming. He saw the coroner's van. He saw about 12 cop cars go by. His dad took Kelsey back and called her and told her what happened. Rockaway. Okay. Y'all are cracking me up. All right. Cross-examination. Andrew Baldwin's cross-examination. He said he didn't know who was searching in what areas before then, reiterated kind of the orientation of the trails and where exactly Derek ran into David McLean. His timeline is that 3:11 p.m. is when he made the first call to Libby. According to his initial testimony, this would have been when he was a couple minutes away. He estimated it was 3:25 when he was coming from the high bridge, and he saw the couple down there taking pictures. He didn't hear anything like screams or anything like that. Saw lots of lights between 10 p.m. and midnight. They were on the surface road facing back towards the creek. It was bright enough to illuminate the opposite side of the creek. There were tons of people out looking for the girls. This area he described was not familiar to him. He had not spent time out there as a kid. This was not a place that he knew like the back of his hand or anything like that. That. That was American McRib for the bomb.
Now I'm wanting a daggone. I never really liked McRibs, but have you seen the new chicken Whoppers? Or not Whoppers, the new chicken Big Macs?
What the? I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Sorry.
I agree, Rockaways. Also, badass. It's the tomato. You can do that with Taco Bell sauce too. It's fun. We used to do it as kids because, we would start to eat. We would be at Taco Bell. My son is the best ever. He made me some pastas. It's Newman's Own, so you know it's good. That's what he said. We would sit down to eat, and we would take out our pennies, and we would put Rockaways, right? We would put the sauce on the penny, and then we would eat, and then at the end we would wipe it off.
Yeah. It's all that acid, man.
It is. It's the tomatoes. Also, cafe portion of the. I did it.
Okay, I was like,
we got one more. We got one more. Then you can go. Uh-oh. Did I drop out?
Yeah, now you did. Now you dropped out, ma'am. There she is.
I was talking to myself.
I noticed that too. JLR was at Delphi the other day, and there was nobody else out there. There was nobody else out there. Like, nobody. The only thing that you saw was a deer. I saw the one deer besides him and the gal that he's Magnolia.
He probably scared them off.
Chalene says, I'm glad I got to have all that glorious gluten before I got celiac. At least I have the memories.
Oh. USA libertarian. That's what I said. Sorry.
Were people intentionally avoiding him? There was literally no one on the trail whenever he went out towards the bridge. There was nobody out there. There was nobody on any of the little offshoots off the trail. It was creepy. It was very creepy, weird. And it was broad daylight. And you could see all of the things that people would leave there for the girls, like little in memory of things. It was sad.
No, is that who that is? That Magnolia chick? Y'all, I'm learning all the things today. Okay. All right.
No, that's not. No.
Is that because her name's Magnolia? Like,
Her name is Magnolia, but
he's
no.
probably thinking about the Magnolia. What's some Magnolia people on HGTV? That's a
Yeah.
whole farce. Do y'all see that? That it came out, it was all bull. Anyways,
Don't tell me that. That make me sad.
it was all bull. Also, I think they're
Mm-mm-mm.
divorced now or getting divorced. Anyways, okay, Becky Patty testimony. This was October 18th. You on the trail? Okay. Diener, direct examination.
Okay, can
Andrea's.
you put it on the screen?
Oh, you mean be professional? Hold on.
No,
And
but I cannot. If
I
somebody's
know.
reading me something, I have to be able to see the words, or my brain does not absorb it. I have to see the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Can you see the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay, I got that. Wait a
I gotta
minute,
be
go
able to
back.
see and hear the words that are coming out.
StreamYard doing the most with me having to add it to the stage. If I say I want to share my screen, I want to share my screen, StreamYard.
Sorry.
Okay, Andrea's observations of Diener. I don't know of this Diener person.
It's the female.
I know.
She's the new one that they added onto their team quite a few months ago.
Right, but Nick has not let anybody be out. Anyways, can you hear my Darth Vapor?
No, can you hear me?
Oh, no. Okay, good. Bye, Rockaways. Come back
Thank
and
you for
see
coming and
us.
hanging out. I appreciate it.
Make sure to hit the notification bell, and if YouTube isn't being a butt, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, and also, side note, just for all of the new people that have popped in, I typically cover a lot of, like, just day in, day out trial coverage. Like, we live stream a lot of the different trials that are going on, and currently, if you are, interested in watching live trial coverage, come check us out through the week. That's what we do most of the time, unless there's no trials going on. Currently, we got umpteen trials going on.
We're losing our ever-loving mind.
One reason why we're doing this reading of these documents today, or not documents, but notes, but we've been covering the Melody Walker Ferris trial, which is like every 80s drama series
Dynasty, Falcon Crest, and Dallas had a baby
combined. And then also Sarah Boone. So, okay, let's continue.
I agree, Toxic. I think that video was cut up.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was.
anyways. Okay. Andrea's observations of Diener. I mentioned she's a little soft-spoken. It's hard to hear her, especially when she's also facing the witnesses away from the audience. And so really, really straining to hear some of the details of her questions. From a style standpoint, she's really leading, and it's not going to matter yet. Like, they're not objecting. They're not calling her out on it because it doesn't.
Oh, no. QB.
What? Oh, yeah, that's bad. Sometimes when an attorney gets in the habit of being very
No,
legal,
you dropped out again.
Bro.
We missed whatever it was you said right after the leading not gonna matter yet part. Okay.
Okay. USA Libertarian. Yeah, and they said the guys came before. No, that the girls down the hill came before the guys. All right, let me go back. If they get to a point where it matters, it could potentially be a problem. Sometimes when an attorney gets in the habit of being very leading with their questioning, it's hard to shift if they get called out and figure out how to get to where they want to go through an open-ended type question. It's probably why they're letting her do it. That's basically why people end up leading, is because they're thinking, this is where I need to go. They just kind of start there and ultimately, put it in the witness's mouth. So you're not supposed to do that on direct. You don't get to lead on direct. You're supposed to ask open-ended questions. If the defense decides to start objecting to that at some point, assuming that Judge Gull will sustain an objection like that, which is kind of who knows at this point, then she's going to have to shift her style. I think pretty significantly from what I saw today. Andrea's observations of Becky Patty. She was heartbreaking to watch. She really was the entire time. She is still grieving. It's very, very obvious. This was very painful for her. Her demeanor was flat, short answers, typically not really expounding and volunteering a lot of anything like that. Just even with, the state who's ostensibly friendly, supposed to be there advocating kind of for the victims. So it was just hard. It was hard. It was really hard to watch. She was suffering going through this. All right. So they described the background, the family, everybody who lived together with her and her husband, Mike. The two granddaughters, Kelsey and Libby, came to live with them about 10 years before, about 2007. So when Libby was about 3 years old. Also, Derek, Libby and Kelsey's father, Becky's son. Becky's other son, Cody, was also living with them. She worked as a home appraiser and had a home office. Tara, Becky's daughter, and Derek, Becky's son, were both working for her at the same time. She worked every day, just regular Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 types of hours. Had been doing it for 15 years as of 2017. Libby was in 8th grade in 2017. Described Libby as very active, very smart. She did math bowl. She would have graduated a year early. She did sports, bands, volleyball, swimming, softball, busy girl, soccer. Pretty much year round, she was always doing something. Becky's daughter Tara had 2 boys, 2 sons that were the same age as Libby, her cousins. So they were very close, did everything together, went to the same school and stuff like that. Libby had a big circle of friends. She would spend the night with them. They would come over to the house. So Becky got to know a lot of Libby's friends, including Abby. Abby was a close enough friend that German family took her on spring break vacation in Florida with them. Abby spent the night frequently. Moms knew each other and communicated and so forth. Excuse me. That year, Abby and Libby were both in the band. Abby and Libby both played volleyball together. Libby had just turned 14 in December of 2016. When Kelsey got her license, she would help out a lot. These are very busy girls. They need rides all the time, so Kelsey would help out a lot with driving around. Becky gave Kelsey a car. It was a cream-colored Bonneville. Monday, February 13th was a typical work day for her, but it was not a typical school day because they had the day off. Normally, Libby would not have friends sleep over during weeknights, during school nights, but because it was a day off, Abby had spent the night at their house the night before, Sunday night. They had breakfast. Libby was asking if they could do something, so Becky offered to pay the girls to help her do some filing, and then she would take them shopping. Kelsey said that she had to work, but Libby wanted to go to the trails. Becky told her, "You would have to get a ride home." Libby then came out to speak with Becky and told her that her dad, Derek, had said that he would come and pick her up. So Libby got permission to go to the trails. Libby came out of the office to say goodbye to Becky, and Becky told her to take her jacket because it's warm, but it might get a little cold. The last thing Libby ever said to Becky was, "Grandma, I'll be okay." They had just gotten a puppy, and Libby had been sitting there on the floor holding the puppy, playing with the.
She disappeared again.
Pay attention to what Abby.
There she is.
Bro.
Sorry.
Libby was wearing a tie-dyed shirt and gray sweatpants. Becky didn't pay attention to what Abby was wearing. She couldn't identify that. So they knew that Libby meant the High Bridge Trail because there's trees out there. Kelsey is a photographer and likes to take photos out there. They had always felt like it was a safe area and didn't have any concern about taking the girls out there on their own. They used to ride bikes out there together. Currently, the path has been developed. It's got asphalt on it. It's not been asphalted. It's got asphalt on it. But at the time, that was not the case. It was just
Asphalted.
gravel. I'm just saying. The girls would always ask permission to go somewhere. Libby would always ask permission. She wouldn't just take off. She was very respectful of making sure that people knew where she was going to be and when. Libby had a phone so that when her practices were over and stuff, she would be able to get in touch and let them know when she needed a ride and stuff. Fully expected that Libby would have her phone with her on the trail because she always had it with her. She never left it. She never let it run out of charge. Libby made arrangements for her father, Derek, to pick her up. She made those with him. Becky was not part of that process. That afternoon, Derek was working with Becky in her home appraisal business. He needed to go out and take photos of some of the houses that were like comps for an appraisal that she was doing in the area called Frankfurt. It was going to take some time, 2.5 hours maybe, so he told Libby he would pick them up when he was done. They left the trail for the trails around 1:30 p.m. Becky knew that the kids had taken pictures on the high bridge. She hadn't seen it for herself, but knew about it. Becky hadn't been out there herself. Becky knew that it was a trestle bridge, but she didn't realize how high it was. She was surprised when she saw it, but she was not surprised that Libby would go out on the bridge because Libby liked adventure.
Mm.
When they were on their vacation in Florida, Libby wanted to go parasailing. Libby wanted to try anything once. She was describing Libby's character a little bit as being polite, but she would not be afraid to tell somebody if they were out of line. Libby had very good interactions with adults. She was very, very smart. Becky said Libby had more reasoning powers than Becky had as an adult. Libby was calm. She would say, I need to be a psychiatrist because all my friends come to me with their problems.
I love that. That's
She was a
sweet.
logical thinker. Did you know that she wanted to be she wanted to be in forensics.
Oh, really?
Or maybe that was Abby. Maybe it was Abby that wanted to do forensics.
Mm.
Libby loved crime shows. Yay. Particularly one with a redheaded surgeon. Libby liked that show. And she said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to help people solve crimes or I'm going to heal people. Yeah, see? That was important to Becky because her mom had died of COPD. Libby had good tuition, according to Becky. Sorry, excuse me. Becky's husband, Mike, is a first responder. He had always told the girls to be aware of their surroundings, be situationally aware, pay attention to your instincts, and things like that. Libby heard stuff like that a lot. That was ingrained in her. Libby would call if her plans would change or if she was going to be late or something like that. Libby was very good about notifying them. About 3:30 p.m., Derek called Becky and said, Libby's not answering her phone. He's here to pick her up and she's not there. Can you try her? Becky tried to call, tried to text. Nobody was getting an answer. This had never happened before. Please attention, Hall. Welcome in. Elaine, welcome in. I heard she wanted to do, I thought it was forensics, but that may have been Abby because they were talking about the fact that Abby had that hair in her fingers and that like that they watched true crime and like they were wondering if that was like their way of letting something know, letting them know. They knew Abby didn't have a phone and this just was off. They knew that this was off, so they decided maybe they needed to look for them. Becky called her husband Mike, told him they were going out to the trails to look. Cody came and pulled up as well. They parked at the trails. They knew if the girls had maybe decided to walk home, there were basically two ways that they could go. They checked those routes first. The girls were not there. They went to the Mears trailhead and parked. When they got there, Becky called AT&T, was on the phone with them a while to see if they could ping the phone. She said they would not do it. She described the Mears trailhead a little bit. There's a farmhouse across the street, a small parking area, and there were a couple cars there. When they walked around for a little bit and didn't find the girls, that's when they decided to call AT&T. At this point, it was starting to get dark. It's after 5 p.m. Mike said, we need to call the police. They're concerned because Libby is afraid of the dark. It was getting dark. Becky doesn't remember if she walked all the way out to the high bridge. She remembers her grandson, Aiden, Tara's son, Libby's cousin, and was there too, but nobody was found. She tried to call Abby's mom, but wasn't able to reach her. Um, yeah, I don't know, Toxic. I wonder if we will here. She was real, like, quiet in this whole thing. I think she's wrecked,
I
is what I
I
think.
actually think that there has been testimony already from Abby's mom. We just haven't gotten the notes for that yet.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so.
The thing is, though, Badass American, is that they cannot find anyone to say that his car was at CPS after 2:15. Um, I know that Abby's mom did a couple interviews. Um, that's where it came out about the boyfriend, the POC boyfriend. I haven't heard that she testified yet, but I could be wrong. My brain is exploded because I got 27 trials. Uh, okay, not 27, but it feels like it. He told Mike to call the police and said she was going to Abby's mom's house to try to find her. To get there, she would not have passed the camera at the Hoosier Harvest store. So she went to Abby. She tried to call Abby's mom's phone, didn't reach her, doesn't remember if she left a message. When she got there, the grandfather was there who said that Anna was at work. She headed to Anna's workplace and Anna called while Becky was on the way there. They agreed to go to the police station. They all met at the police station. Police asked for a description. They asked for photos. She said she had last seen them at the house and believed them to be out at the High Bridge Trails. She described what they were wearing. Um, she was very specific about black Nikes, that Libby was wearing black Nikes. She originally said Libby was wearing gray sweats, but realized she wasn't because she was cleaning up Libby's room and she found the sweats. So she realized that she had changed at some point in time and didn't know, but her black Nikes she wore all the time. They were at the police station until well after midnight. When Mike came back, they went out to the trail. They drove around and continued to look. She lost track of her own car, not sure what happened to it in the whole process. They were continuing to try to call Libby's phone over and over. She went and got what AT&T records online that she could from the family phones and shared them with law enforcement. At some point, they went home and went back out early the next morning. They met up at the firehouse where they were divided into groups. Each group had a leader for them to be able to do a grid search. So then the groups were assigned an area to search. Becky's area was just right down the road from her house. If the girls had tried to get home, they were searching in the field out in the area just in case something had happened or they had gotten overlooked.
Hey, India, good to see you, girl.
Hey, India, welcome, welcome. Um,
USA Libertarian, I thought the same thing. Doolin wrote down the wrong name and street, so who knows what else he got wrong.
Exactly. Let's see. They were away from the trail, so she was walking back to her car after they had searched that area when a friend came up and said they found them. Oh. So she ran to her car and she drove in her car over to Muir's trailhead. She ran up to a fireman and said, "Take me to Libby," and he said no.
Yeah, this part is where this
This
is
is bad.
if you watched Andrea Burkhart's video of this, she actually tears up telling this part of the story.
Yeah.
Because it's so sad.
No.
I can imagine just the thought of, oh, yay, they finally found him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then to hear
Yeah.
the next part.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart.
Not sure I won't. So she turned around and she saw her sister Melissa was crying, and she ran up to Melissa and said, "Hey, they found them." And all Melissa could say was, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and she wouldn't tell her anything. Mike came out and they went back to the truck. He sat her down in the truck while he went to talk to somebody. Becky at this point is confused. She doesn't understand why nobody's talking to her, why they wouldn't just take her to her. She saw the coroner's van go by, and that's how she knew. That's when she realized. They called the family up to the firehouse then and told them formally that Libby was passed. It had not even crossed her mind when they told her initially they had found them, sorry. I don't think so either, Toxic, and it's that's why it's interesting that they kicked the FBI. Like, why? Why would they kick the FBI when the FBI is more equipped to help them?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You would think that they would welcome it.
Absolutely. Oh, look at Andrew Baldwin is so kind. He only asked like 3 questions.
Right.
He didn't cross-examine her extensively. None of the family members were cross-examined extensively at all. He's basically just getting into their personalities. Was Libby the type of person who would stand up for herself, stand up for others, tell you what she would think? Would she speak in a loud voice? Things like that. He asked her about seeing flashlights out looking for the girls. He also confirmed that at some point Becky had been told about the hair found in Abby's hand, but she didn't remember the timing. She didn't remember if it was before Mr. Allen had been arrested or not. She confirmed that just 2 days ago she provided DNA.
So she also provided it too 2 days ago.
She had provided it before, but she provided again 2 days ago. So the family all provided DNA before, and then had to provide it again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. From the sounds of it. Yep.
Badass, I respect your opinion, but I disagree. I don't think they moved him to prison for his protection or for treatment at all. I don't. Diener redirect. She clarified that the flashlights that Becky Patty reported seeing during the search was when she was by her own house. She was away from the trails, and that she saw some while she was driving and in the area of the CPS building and the highway, but she wasn't in the area where she would have seen flashlights near where Abby and Libby were found. She also confirmed that her husband has long guns. He hunts. People in the family do own handguns, but Libby was not around them. She didn't have exposure to them.
Mm. So Heather says RA is innocent, in my honest opinion. Well, and this is something that we've said over and over, is I don't know whether he is or not. I just want him to have a fair trial. And I feel like he's been mistreated all this time, that he's been in prison.
And I've said if he's guilty, fine. Show me that he's guilty. Show me the evidence. Show me the receipts. Show me proof on paper. Not all this crap that they keep talking. And maybe he is guilty. We have not seen everything. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's been under the cloak of secrecy. We haven't seen everything. And so I'm angry that we can't see all of this so that we can make our own decision, so that we can see if he's guilty. Okay, hang him by his shoestrings. I don't care. But exactly, Gail, he's been treated like an animal, and that is not what our justice system is. I don't care. I've always said, I don't, except for Stephen Stearns.
Except for Stephen Stearns. Right. She's gone again. There you are.
Oh, did you hear me say the Stephen Stearns thing?
Except for Stephen Stearns,
yeah, except him. But this is not what. Badass, I don't mean no harm, but where are you getting your information? Because you don't get an iPad in solitary. So if you had an iPad, I mean, great, you have an iPad, but you're being tortured. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Same, Cooper. Welcome in, Cooper. I agree. I'm just saying that I have not seen anything thus far, and it bothers me that we won't see anything except for
Right.
what the people in um, the courthouse are supplying us.
Toxic. She says, "I'm not seeing hard evidence so far, so I'm sitting firmly in the middle of the fence." And, I'm sitting not directly in the middle, I'm sitting a little bit closer to the Richard Allen side of the fence, but if the prosecution can show me some hard proof, then I'll slide right over to the prosecution side if they can show some proof. And there's like the badass American had said all the different things earlier in the chat about, you know, this person being here, this person being there, that kind of thing. That's fine if they can prove it with
Receipts.
the
I want to
phone
see receipts.
evidence. Whenever they bring the evidence in to go over these phones and his stuff, if they can prove he was there when the girls were murdered, then okay. If they can't, then okay.
Badass, I'm not believing the defense's side. I'm believing what I've seen, what we've been allowed to see so far. If he's guilty, stop hiding everything. If he's guilty, open it up and let us see it.
I'm
And like
just
I said, I respect your right to your opinion, but
Mhm.
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah.
Because he, 61 times he confessed. Yes. He also confessed to killing his family. He said he shot them. He said he essayed them. And I'm telling you, when buried the girls, exactly. When the jury sees the
These
video,
confessions.
when the jury sees the video where he was, and then them being sequestered, I think they're going to have a really hard time thinking that um uh hold on. Mm. So it brought out the truth that he shot them, that he buried them, that he killed his family.
Mhm.
I think he was trying to do whatever he had to do to make it stop, to get out of solitary. It's my personal opinion. Um,
Well, and all the different things, badass says who's his alibi. I don't necessarily need an alibi. All I need is for the state to prove that he did it. And if they can't prove that he did it, then
here's my thing. If they can prove that he was down there and they have the geofencing, let me see it.
Mhm. Right.
Let me see it.
And look at all the other people we have yet to hear from. Betsy Blair. They're gonna have the girls that were there that day, that were what was it, 3 or 4 girls? A
Yep,
group of girls?
the 3 girls, yeah.
3
And
girls.
remember Annie, they had him on drugs and then they completely pulled him off of them. No, like, that is like Med 101. Look, Ron Logan had an alibi before Ron Logan even knew he needed an alibi.
That's the truth. That's true. To be fair, that's true. He had an alibi when he didn't even know he needed to have an alibi, and that was a fake alibi.
And it was a fake alibi. And
Yeah.
then he tried to say,
Oh, no, she keeps dropping. 3 teen girls and a child. Okay, I knew
yeah,
I
then his,
knew that one of the girls was young, like a kid,
I mean, he refuted him when he was alive, Toxic, but I don't know. If you watch,
Mm-mm.
I think it was the Down the Hill documentary. If you watch him walk, mm,
Well, however, whenever you're walking, like, your normal gait is not gonna be the same gait as on that bridge.
right.
It's gonna
Yep.
be different. first of all,
The
because
tapering. Thank
you
you, Annie. I
can't
couldn't think of it.
walk you can't walk on that bridge normally. You have to take bigger, more careful, cautious steps.
Badass. I know he was on probation for DUI, but then he turned around and told them that he was driving.
Mhm.
So I know, I mean, he faked the alibi, but then he turned around and told them he was driving. So why fake it? And he had a alibi before he ever needed one. I don't know. But
He's a
exactly,
pretrial
Cooper.
detainee, not a convicted felon, and even though no one should be in solitary confinement as long as he had been before those confessions. Okay, well, you look at somebody like Stephen Stearns, okay? Stephen Stearns has committed the most atrocious, disgusting, foul things to Madeline Soto, okay? And yet that man gets to sit in there in his little jail cell and have his little coffee and his little hard candies that his parents send him.
Yep.
And he gets to have his books and his crafts, his paper folding origami stuffs. Okay.
Yep.
Now, and then you have Richard Allen, who we know Stephen Stearns did it, right? We know that he did it.
Badass. I'm not saying that these guys were not model citizens and that Richard Allen was a model citizen and that it could be him. I'm not saying it's not him by 100%. What I'm saying is why are they hiding the evidence?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to know. Why are you hiding the evidence? Why have you had a piece of hair for 7 years? You had the family's DNA and you're collecting the DNA again. Why? Why is it that the audio that they needed, the recordings they needed didn't disappear, but the ones that could cause question did disappear?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are we hiding everything? That's not what we do. And we definitely don't treat people like this in this country.
No, not like that, and it just blows my mind, like I was saying.
Put him down there.
Um,
Show me the geofencing data. That's what I want to see. Show me the geofencing data. Show me who the other 3 people that were in the area were. Show me that. Show me that. And we're not talking about Delphi After Dark or whatever. We're not going to do any of that on this channel. If y'all can be respectful, y'all can talk about it. If not, everybody's being respectful so far. And I get it, badass. You think Richard Allen did it, and you have a right to that.
mm-hmm.
But I also have a right to say that I want to see the evidence.
Yeah.
I want to see I want to see the geofencing. I want to see the geofencing. You show me that Richard Allen was on that bridge or was at the CPS or wherever at the time that those girls went missing, then I'm with you. Okay? I'm with
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Both geofencing, all the geofencing, badass. I'm not picking and choosing. I don't cherry pick evidence. I want to see all the evidence. Just like I don't
Okay, well,
cherry.
wait, just a second. So between Heather and Badass, I appreciate that you guys have been super respectful, and Badass is right. This is not Snae's channel. I don't even know what that means, but
Delphi After Dark.
okay. Well, I don't argue here, and I also, Badass, don't allow other people to force my opinion. My opinion is what it is when I have the opinion. So,
Yep.
and my opinion is I want the dude to have a fair trial, and
Yep.
I'm not going to let somebody come in and try to force me to go to the other side. So, if that's what you're trying to do, it's not going to work.
Me either.
But
Because
I
I'm with
do
Cooper.
appreciate your opinions as long as you stay respectful.
Yeah, no,
And
everybody can have their own opinion, but again, like Jenny said, you're not going to force your opinion down I'm not trying to force my opinion down your throat. All I'm saying is that, like Cooper said, I want the evidence and I want a fair trial, and I want this man treated like a human. That's it.
USA, think what you want, but not saying the prosecution's case was weak and is getting weaker is wishful thinking at best. For me, the amount, look, we're not in there to see it. I would love to see it firsthand. I would give just about anything I got, right, to have been able to see and hear this trial in live in real time, right? But if all they have, all the prosecution has is the bullet, the bridge guy, and what was the other thing? I don't even
The
know.
big thing is the bullet.
There's nothing there. I mean, it's all very circumstantial. You know?
Here's the thing, badass. If he's found guilty, then that is our justice system.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that's our justice system. And do I think they would be wrong? I don't know because I haven't seen all the evidence. We haven't been allowed to see all the evidence.
Well, I mean, we're only like what, 2 days in? We
Right,
haven't
but I
seen
don't even
enough to
know.
make any sort of decision. And whatever the jury finds is whatever the jury finds. I'm not one of the jurors, thank God. I mean, I wouldn't have been put through as one of the jurors because I got too many opinions. But you can't say would the jurors be wrong if they found that he's guilty. If after 3, 4, 5 weeks the jury hears and sees the evidence, if they're doing the job that they're supposed to do and they find him guilty, then I'm going to trust that he's guilty or that they think that or that he probably beyond a reasonable doubt is guilty. But
And Heather, I have said that since the get-go. If he's guilty, I have no problem with him being guilty.
yep.
Do not bring up Doug Carter. Do not bring up Doug Carter.
I like Doug Carter. She does not. Heather says Rick could be guilty, but have them prove it. And I'm not going to say he's not. Rick Allen may be guilty as sin. He may very well be. And if he is, then they need to prove it.
Exactly.
They're the ones that holds the what do they say about the prosecution? They're the ones that has to meet the burden.
The burden. Yep. And I think it was USA that said it about oh, I just lost it. My brain just shut down. It just totally shut down. Yeah, I mean, I've said that all along. If Rick Allen is guilty, I don't have a problem with that. Look, I don't know Rick Allen. I give two craps. What I care about is justice and the process, and this ain't it.
Mhm.
And this ain't it. Yeah, Keegan Klein had been discussing with them under an alias, and
Yeah, he was catfishing Libby.
yeah, he was catfishing. But I don't know that they actually met up. I don't even know that they planned to meet at the bridge. I can't remember.
No, but they had talked either earlier that day or the day before, like very soon. And I feel like they were supposed to meet there or something, but that fell through. And they've got
Right.
proof that Keegan Klein was not there. Now, I'm not going to say I don't have suspicions about whether or not
His daddy, I don't know.
whether or not he led them to the slaughter, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay, badass. Where's the receipts that he bought images from Keegan Klein? Nothing has come. This man didn't get rid of
Hold on a minute. I got a
anything.
husband.
This man didn't get rid of anything. He kept every computer he ever had, every phone he ever had. Why would you keep the clothes that you had? The gun. I mean, he gave them everything. I know it's a possible. I mean, anything's possible. You're not wrong. And but again, I will say, I'll agree with USA. I'll be right there with you, and I'll pull the lever. I don't think If I want to see the evidence, show me the evidence. Stop hiding everything. Stop hiding.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Husband was going somewhere, and he had to pop in here and let me know he was heading out for
Yeah,
a
but
minute. So.
no, Buzz, I said Buzz. I put badass and never. I'm sorry, badass.
I want to start calling badass American Buzz Aldrin because it like looks, but very Buzz Aldrin-esque.
And Buzz Aldrin was a badass American,
Yeah.
so that fits. The thing with the bullet, though, for me, on top of all the junk science, is that crime scene was opened up and then reclosed. And like you know, Cooper. I mean, if you're a bridge guy, do you call the police and go, "By the way, I was out there"?
You wouldn't if you were guilty. No, you
No.
wouldn't want to
If
be
I'm not
proven that
guilty,
you
I'll be
were
like,
there.
"Yeah, I heard y'all were looking for people that were out there. I was out
Mhm.
there. I've been there."
Right, Chaloon. Mhm.
Heather, exactly. That's my point. Is that if there's nothing nefarious going on, then stop acting like there's something nefarious going on.
Mhm.
Because all this secrecy, all this hiding, all of this, oh, we've got the stuff, but we're not going to tell you. It, you know,
Asking about a case doesn't make you guilty, though. No. No,
no,
it
and
doesn't.
if I lived in Delphi and that happened, I'd be asking about that case too.
I would be too. I would be like, "What's going
I'd
on
be
with that?
asking
What's going
everybody.
on? What's going on with that?"
He worked at the CVS. I'll be asking all my customers, "Have you heard anything? Do you know what happened?" Isn't
Right.
that the craziest thing? It's the craziest thing. Um, yeah, even if I thought somebody saw me, I wouldn't be calling them and be like, "Hey, I was one of them people out there that might have been seen." I don't know.
That would be a dumb move if you were guilty.
For me.
That would be dumb, in my opinion, but I don't know. Chaloon says, "I've had to deal with the police here in Canada, and a few different cops have told me it all depends on what person you get at the time, how it's handled. It's scary to know." Oof.
Yeah. That unfortunately is here too.
Mhm. I don't know. I just know that, um, I'm anxious to see who all they're gonna have on the stand this week coming up. I'm really anxious about that. Um, and I know that they said that they did not have what was it? They didn't show the crime scene photos on Friday, I think probably because
Oh, yeah, they were trying not to distract them or something because they were gonna be shown later.
yeah, but I think that, they were heading into a weekend. They're like, "Let's not ruin their weekend with some
Right, Cooper? Why
crime
would
scene
somebody
photos," you
keep
know?
the clothes? Why would somebody keep every freaking computer or phone that they ever had? If they were looking at, you know, something illegal or whatever, they'd have gotten out of it, gotten rid of it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I thought they had Mounties in Canada. Is that everywhere in Canada, though?
so Chaloon meet Toxic, Toxic meet Chaloon. Y'all are both in Canada. Um, uh, Chaloon, oh, that means you can't get the Pop Tarts either.
Mm.
Well, he did have 7 years to wash the clothes, but you still, I mean, why would you have it?
So
Why?
it's not about washing the clothes as
It's
much
about
as it
having the
is
exact outfit.
right, about I mean, here, they've got
Badass, are you in Texas? Because that makes you badass.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, that was a curse. Curse day. Badass, badass.
badass American.
Um, yeah,
And
it's not a.
I'm gonna say, I don't know, badass, we've given you a hard time, you've given us a hard time, but,
I
you know
appreciate it. I'm
yeah,
not, and I'm
I
not
do
trying
too.
to. Oh, you're in Florida. I'm sorry, I left there. Um, I went
Florida's
there
hardcore
twice.
too. Florida's hardcore too.
Y'all got. I say y'all look like I ain't from there.
Washing clothes doesn't get rid of evidence. You're right, it doesn't. But it also
Oh,
is like,
good.
why would I hang on to these pieces of clothing that I have been if I did this, why would I hang on to these pieces of clothing that I've been seen in?
Look at our Canadian friends making connections. Hey,
A
um, that's all I got.
going out and about. Out and
Oot the
about.
boot, oot the boot. Um, uh, burn
Right, have
pit.
you ever heard of a burn pit?
Bro, why did you have y'all? If y'all are dating somebody and they got a burn pit, y'all don't go out there.
Break up
Y'all,
with them
y'all,
right now.
y'all, y'all don't go out there. It's that. What do we had 2 burn pits so far this year? I didn't have that on my bingo card.
At least 2 burn pits. Oh, thank you, Heather Brown, for the super chat. You 2 are great. We're not bad at Delphi
Hey,
After Dark.
hey, healthy.
You
Heather,
2
thank
are
you.
great. We're not bad at Delphi After Dark. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that.
That's Rick Snay's channel, right? Delphi After Dark.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'm not. I don't want to, but that's a whole
Okay.
nother. That's a whole nother area of the universe that.
Okay, wait a minute. Is Rick Snay the one that got in a fight at the courthouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. I thought that that sounded
Oh,
familiar, but then I was like, "Wait a minute."
really? That's cool.
My brother caught the Boston Marathon bombers trace their credit cards. What?
Wow. That's
I have a
kind of
brother in the
cool.
Capitol. He's in the FBI and Homeland Security and handles cyber crimes.
I bet
Very
he
cool.
don't let his friends use his stuff to download and I'm
He
sorry, that's
shouldn't.
Karen Reed. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
he
bad.
shouldn't.
Uh,
Not a good look. Not a
Not a
good look.
good look. Oh wow, his birthday's September 11th. That's crazy. Do you know I have like 5 people that's birthdays are September 11th, and before that
Mhm.
it didn't mean nothing, but now it's like, wow, your
Mhm.
birthday is September 11th.
Yeah. Cooper says, "Let the trial and the evidence do the talking." Yeah.
Facts.
Well, and all of the things that people have said in the chat about, this or that or the other, that's all in my personal opinion, it's all small town talk and gossip and rumor. And if it is true, because I know they say there's a little bit of truth to every rumor out there, and that may very well be, but I really personally don't care about any of that. All I care about is what facts the prosecution can bring, and that's all I care about. Is I don't care about the gossip and rumor mills.
Well, unless, you're watching Kathy's channel and then,
Unless you're what?
watching Kathy's channel, gossip, rumor, and
Well, the
innuendo.
gossip, rumor, and innuendo, yeah, that's fun. That's fun, right? That's fun.
Tell him
Um,
thank you for his service.
oh, wow, yeah, he did 4 tours. Yeah, tell him thank you for his service.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I have like 5 friends that are have birthdays on September 11th, and it was like never a thing was like, oh, you all have birthdays on September 11th. Look at that.
Mhm.
But now it's like, oh wow, you know, um,
Yep. Prosecution has the burden of proof. They
they
do.
do indeed.
And the thing is I hope that if Richard Allen is the guilty person, if he is indeed guilty, then I hope that the prosecution can pull it out and prove it. If they can't and Richard Allen did it, then that's a sad day for
For
justice
justice.
for the girls and their families. Um, but badass American, I've got Marine Corps in my family too. Semper Fi.
Simplify, baby. I was married to a Marine.
Yeah.
Was.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah.
My daddy
Yep,
was
yep.
actually buried in his dress blues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could unshare. Let me be professional. Hold on.
I'm going to go ahead and jump, QB, ma'am. It is 5:08. I need to go get the kiddos geared up and ready for getting them ready for bed soon. Well, the other one, no. He won't be going to bed anytime soon, but the little one, if I don't start soon, then it's going to wind up being 8, 9, 10 o'clock before I'll get her in the bed, and that's
Look,
not
we
going to
need to
happen.
uptalk that elderberry syrup. Tell that baby she wants some elderberry.
She's coughing.
I know.
She's coughing.
Um,
India, thanks for coming and hanging out. We're going to be back tomorrow with. We need to be figuring out what we're going to do because I got 2
I have
trials to
words.
do tomorrow. How are we going to do that?
Well, for one, I have these people and their daggone appointments. I have appointments all day.
Yeah.
But I know I love you. But I feel like I know you're interested in Sarah Boone, and I am too. And I
Yeah.
want to see all the things. But we all know she done did it. I need to know on the Ferris wheel. Like I need to know. I
Thank you,
need to
Heather. Thank you,
know.
Heather. I really appreciate that.
Thank
That means a
you.
lot.
Trisha, it might have, or it might be my Wi-Fi.
Gail, I was getting ready to delete you, ma'am. I thought that she was a troll for a minute. She comes in and says your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberries. What is that from?
Oh, hey, Ween baby. I don't
Hey,
know,
Ween
but
baby.
Elderberry, we didn't kick you. It might have been. You got to watch Margaret. Margaret likes to delete people sometimes. She don't mean to though. She just roll over on her phone.
Monty
But
Python. Okay. That makes sense now.
yeah, she's but a scratch.
Thank you, Badass American. Thanks for coming and
Yes,
keeping
thank
us on our
you
toes.
for sure. Um,
Pinch poke, you owe me a Pepsi.
oh,
Hey, Ween Baby. It's good to see you. It has been a minute, right? You came in, Ween Baby, the other day whenever I was saying put a 1 in the chat for this and put a 2 in the chat for that, and you put a whatever number in, and then you was gone. I'm like,
then he
where is
juiced out.
she?
We're like, where'd she go?
She's like, hi, bye.
Jaloon said not intentionally. Margaret doesn't mean to.
Not intentionally.
Oh, I know you've been watching Leilani. I can't do another kid right now, man. I can't.
Yeah. I have been watching, but like super very small nuggets of that one. Hey, Mary. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Mary.
Hi. Gosh, it has
I
been a big day over here today. We've had so many new folks popping in.
love it.
The chat's been hopping. Um, you guys have been great. And QB, thank you for doing all the reading, ma'am.
Of course, you know I'm the reader.
Yeah, you're the reader. You the reader.
I know toxic. Don't say cigarette. Oh God. You know, I always hated this taste and the smell and everything when I was a smoker. And then after I quit, I mean, I've been quit 5 years.
Mm.
And I'm telling you what, if somebody mentions a cigarette or I smell a cigarette, I'm like, mm, it's bad. It's got my whole my whole soul.
I mean, every once in a while they'll smell good, and every once in a while they smell like I'll smell somebody that's
Oh,
just
that's
coming
an
from smoking,
ashtray. No, I don't
and it
want that
smells like a
ashtray.
wet ashtray, like an ashtray that's been set
Mm-mm.
out in the rain and
Ew,
dried, and
gross.
makes me want to vomit.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay,
every
but
once in a while I'll get a whiff, and I'm like, "Dang, that smells
oh,
good."
doesn't it smell good?
But
Smells
it's been over a
good.
year. I've been cigarette free, but I'm a vapor hardcore, so
Same. Darth Vapor.
it is what it is. I know. Couldn't stand the smell when I did smoke, so we baby.
Oh no, Mickey Jor. Mickey Jor, don't do it.
Mickey, no, don't you do it, ma'am. You know
Don't
better.
do it.
QB, we'll have to get you a rope.
Hi.
I need my enjoy. Aurelia says, miss my...
Jarum Blacks.
What is that?
That is a cigarette.
Jarum Black. I've never heard of that.
Oh, look at Spins. You're cute.
Mary said, tell me how you quit. I started 45. I'm 55 and losing teeth. So what I did was I was a hardcore cigarette smoker forever and ever and ever. Like since I was a young teenager. And I tried to do both. I tried to smoke cigarettes and vape because I wouldn't put the cigarettes down in order to vape. And then finally I was like, okay, it's got to be all or nothing. And so I just got me a vape, and I knew that I couldn't stand the taste of the ones that supposedly tasted like cigarettes. So I just made my brain say, okay, whatever I smoke or vape is not going to taste like a cigarette. I had to be okay with that. And then that's when I picked up a vape and left the cigarettes lay right there in front of me. And that first day was kind of tough, but then I worked through it. And then the next day was easier. And now it's been over a year. And I never would have done it otherwise. I've tried to quit before several times and would grieve myself to death over cigarettes. But the vaping is where it was at for me.
Yeah, both are bad. Trisha, you ain't wrong. You ain't
Mhm.
wrong. But I will tell you, I do not look good in orange, and it's a stress reliever for me.
Mhm.
And so with me, I've been vaping. Look, I've been late vaping before it was cool. Okay, I used to build my own coils,
Mhm.
all the things, and so but I could never quit smoking because I never had the strengths. Um, oh no. I never had the strength right. So I got at least one smells like strawberries. You ain't wrong. That's what tell him what Dale says about he ain't going to get some cotton candy.
He used to do that. He used to do that until he quit smoking and started vaping too. And he actually would say that he's like, if I want to smoke, I want to smoke. I don't want to smoke I don't want to smoke cotton candy. I'm like, "Okay, smoke something that's supposed
But
to smell like a unicorn or something. I don't know."
back to what Spin said, the difference is what fillers they have in there, what additives they have in there, and who said that this one smells like strawberries? Um,
Aurelia.
oh, Aurelia, yeah. Uh, it's a nicotine. They're both nicotine,
Mhm.
transfer units is all they are. But
Mhm.
and yeah, the Enjoy. So I have the little ones like Jenny has. Uh, Bye, Trisha. I didn't see if you were leaving.
Yeah, it was nice
Come
to see
back.
you.
Come
Nice to
back.
meet you.
Please come back and see us. And
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning
uh, with a trial.
with a trial. It'll be trial.
There will be a trial. Wing Baby, yeah, I have the little one like Jenny has. What's that thing? The Lost Mary. Oh, you don't have the Lost Mary right now, but
Well, this
the
one is,
Lost
but it's about out of juice.
the Lost Mary.
I'm hanging on to it for dear life, yeah.
And then but I have a big old y'all, that ain't my dog. Um, I have a big old tank. I have a big old mod. And I love it. Uh So, yeah, the toxic that'll mess you up. You gotta like when I first quit, I couldn't drive the same path.
Mm,
I couldn't. Yeah, I wanted to right after I ate, but I
mhm.
just one day decided I was gonna vape and not smoke, and so I did. And but I don't know that my goal was I was gonna vape down. You know, it was going to start and then go down and go down, and then be zero nicotine, and then give it up.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh my God, she's killing me. QB.
Oh my gosh.
Ma'am.
Yeah, so toxic. The coughing, I coughed a lot when I first started vaping. It's the steam. It's the vapors. Um, but I just kept with it. Anyways, I'm gonna jump down so you can say your southern goodbye. Here you're gone. Where did you go?
Sorry, I started coughing.
Oh, did you vape wrong?
No. I haven't vaped, but it's that.
Heather, right? Like, why do they discontinue the good stuff?
They always never have the flavors that I want.
Well, apparently I can't get banana nut no more because I have lost 3 of them vapes. And my son
Can
thinks
you
it's
keep
funny.
talking for a couple minutes till I
Yes.
get through this fit?
I preserved QB. What did I do? Oh yeah, no, it's probably not for you, toxic. Yeah, I have a wide array of juices that I use because if they quit making one, then I can just jump to another one. Um, I have a y'all, I have a blueberry cornbread. Y'all don't come for me. Um, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I can't
Blueberry
do
cornbread?
girl, it is
What?
like yes, it is like a blueberry muffin with some maple syrup. It's so good.
How is it
It's so
cornbread?
good. I don't know. I guess the muffin flavor. I don't know. It don't taste like cornbread. Oh, you have strawberry? Oh, we maybe have the strawberry cornbread. I've had the strawberry cornbread, the blueberry cornbread, and the banana cornbread, but the
Who
blueberry is my
makes them?
favorite. It's southern. Hold on a second. I'm fixing to rip my whole laptop off of here. I can get it. I can get it. I got the thing right here. I'm trying to push my table. Hold on. Oh.
Wait, is it just juice or can you get it
No,
disposable?
it's just juice. No,
Oh,
you
well,
don't do. I
forget
know.
it.
I know. I know. Country Clouds, blueberry cornbread.
Oh my Lord.
I got unicorn milk by Cutwood. Oh, this Boss Reserve. You like this Boss Reserve? It's like It's like a tobacco with It's got a little maple in it. I think. I'm not a huge fan of it. Country Clouds. So unicorn milk. I love unicorn milk.
What does it taste like? Fruit Loop milk left over?
No, it's like strawberry milk.
Oh.
Mary Jane Brown. Yeah,
My
Ween
name is
baby.
Mary Jane and I'm
Look,
legal.
I know all the juice. Like I said, I've been vaping since before it was cool.
Hey, Big Fish, Small Pond. Love the name.
Hi. Oh, I like that. Oh, and your big fish is in big letters. That's cute. I like that.
Mhm. That's
Oh,
cute. I like it.
Heather knows big fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, unicorn milk. So, Ween baby, there's a place by me now. We have a vape place by me. It's a little small family owned shop, but they have like boosters, so it's just the flavor. So if you take like you can get strawberry, so you take the unicorn milk. Oh yay, DB invited you over. Hi.
Oh, that's sweet. I
Um
appreciate that a lot.
Kangaroo Pro Tanks. Yes.
I have no idea what that even means.
I know we're talking about mods now. But thanks for coming, Big Fish.
Yeah, thank you. It means a
Now
lot.
we're talking about vaping. We're fixing to go, but we were talking about vaping. But yeah, so Ween baby, so you can take like the unicorn milk, you can add just a couple drops of strawberry, and it makes the strawberry like even more like pronounced, and then you got the little back end of the milk. It's good.
That's crazy.
It's gone.
Yeah, we're about to end the stream. I'm getting ready to leave. I got to go get my kiddo geared up and start our nighttime routine. So,
Oh, are they illegal there? Why? I've been vaping so long. I used to get you could get. I've been vaping since you could get liquid nicotine.
oh, really?
Yeah, so if it wasn't strong enough for you, you'd go in and you'd be like, "Give me a bottle of nicotine."
Hmm.
Hey,
Hi,
Lena.
Lena. Is it Lena?
Oh,
Lena? How do I pronounce that?
um,
Marilyn totally ruined vaping. Oh, no.
yeah, the liquid nicotine. There's a place here now that has the liquid nicotine, but you can't buy it. But they mix their own juices for you, so you can be like, can you pop me a little extra nicotine? I don't like it. I get anything over a 6. I get I'm not good. Anyways,
All right, youngins. I'm going to get
yep,
out of here.
yep. I'm gonna jump down. Let you say your southern goodbye. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, QB. Thanks for coming up
Always,
and reading all the stuffs.
always love to be here.
Mm.
Oh, my Amazon package got delivered. Yay!
Oh, I better
So,
go see what that is.
I know what it is.
She's like, I know what it is. I ordered it.
I did. I actually know. I do know. I ordered it and I remember what it is. It's a new lamp. I totally fried my nail lamp.
What lamp?
The UV lamp that I use
Oh.
for my nails.
Mhm.
I couldn't find the ex-firefighter here. I couldn't find the cord that went with it, so I used a different cord that apparently was too powerful because
Wow.
it blew it. It shorted it out
That's scary.
a little bit. Anyways,
I bet.
so I'm gonna go. Love you, minute. Glad to see everybody, all the new people. Thanks for coming. Thanks for
Yeah.
hanging. And we hope to see you next time. And I will chat with you later. Bye.
Oh, cute. Look, QB's, or not QB, but Chaloon, there's a picture of her with her dreads. Look at that.
Yeah,
See,
I love
that's the
her
first time
dreads.
I've seen it.
And thank you for saying that about my voice. That's sweet. All right,
Mm.
y'all. I gotta go.
Ween baby got her ant traps today.
I gotta go, or she'll never get out of here. Love y'all. Bye.
Love you. Bye, QB. Thank you, ma'am. You guys, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been crazy. Thanks. Thank you, Lena. Lena? I don't know. I know you said the second pronounced was right, but I don't remember now what I said the second one was. I don't remember. Make sure that you guys put a thumbs up on the video before you leave. That would be awesome sauce. And thanks to all the people that subscribed and come and hang out with us today. I appreciate that. I've got links. There's a link pinned to the chat that is for the Discord. That Toxic in the chat has tons and tons and tons of stuff in there. And then I also have links in the description box for Andrea Burkhart and Sleuthie Goosie. You're sweet. I thought I better update it since it's been 3 months of having them. Well, they look gorgeous. They look gorgeous. And thank you, Heather, for coming and hanging out. You guys are so awesome, so awesome, so awesome. Want even more true crime content as the gavel drops is OG True Crime Discord. Please go show them some love. Tell them the Crime Cafe sent you. With an I. Lena. Lena, I hope. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's Toxic. She said, we'd love to see you over. And as the gavel drops, remember to verify your accounts. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you guys. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go get my kiddo geared up for dinner and baths and all that kind of stuff. So, but we'll be back tomorrow morning with some more trial coverage of probably both. We'll have to figure this mess out because I got Melody Walker Ferris trial and Sarah Boone. So, and then we'll be hopefully doing some sort of a quick update a few times a week with Delphi as soon as we get notes from the journalists and people that are inside the courtroom taking their notes and lovingly sharing them with the world. So, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to put a hashtag replay in the comments down below if you're watching on the replay. QB, thank you, ma'am, for hanging out with us this evening and reading all of those notes. Lena, I would love to. I just don't have the time to stream it because we do like actual streaming of the trials, like the whole day. And I know that she's been on trial. I've been watching a little bit as I can from some of the different testimonies and stuff, trying to keep up on some different updates from people who have shared. But yeah, I just don't have the bandwidth to add another one on top. But thank you for your suggestion. That means a lot. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, QB. Thank you. Thank you, moderators, too, for keeping it nice and safe in the chat. Love you guys. Bye.